Iranian military. Moreover, they turned off their GPS, which made Iranian military very suspicious about
That
it.
doesn't prove.
Like they literally shared a fifth grade trophy in one. They shared a fifth.
She's probably making a bigger deal. She's probably getting more attention.
Yes, they shared a
for the
fifth,
uniqueness of her case than her.
Yes, and she has made.
Can we hear her
achievements?
She has made many. She has money. I'm not sure how much money she's made or mileage. She's whatever. She's gotten a lot out of the fact that she shared a fifth place trophy with a trans man. So Riley Gaines does not have a. I mean, again, she swam D1, which is a big deal, and she got, at the very least, she got fifth place in some races, so that's impressive. Like she's a good swimmer, but I don't think she was really destined for like Olympic or world class swimming or whatever. I mean, she's certainly on the fringe, but she, she quickly pivoted to let's make money on talk shows and podcasts and stuff. Now, did Leah Thomas, I'm not a big fan of shit like this. I don't think we should give. I think we should be honest to people like Leah Thomas, which is to say, you have a mental illness. You're a man, but you think you're a woman, and you want to compete with. Which is, that's kind of fine, but the fact that you want to compete with women and that's kind of fucked up. So you're not getting this. The rest of us are going to be nice to you. We're going to say, yes, you're a woman. We're going to pretend like you're a woman, and I'm on board with that. I'm going to treat her. I'm going to use the pronouns. I'm going to do everything. But the minute you try when you wallop women in a competition, I'm going to be like, dude, you're a fucking dude. We all know this. We were being nice. The rest, and this is what you get when we were being nice.
I don't think it's that's right.
But
you're right.
But in the long, I'm sorry. Riley Gaines wasn't really harmed, and no records were broken in that meet. I think it was kind of not a very good year. There wasn't really a bunch of women who were breaking records in that particular year. So those records were quickly broken later. But sometimes athletes are just mediocre, and that's true for women and for men. Some years, you're just, you're just swimming. You're trying to beat the person next to you for fun and shit, and nobody else actually cares. It just doesn't. No one else really. It doesn't really matter.
It matters for scholarships. Well,
of course it matters for scholarships. And
those places can decide to give them or not, right?
So they get scholarships. Women get a fuck ton of scholarships, and men, only a few men get scholarships, but
I got scholarships. No, men and women get scholarships.
Only a couple of men who in basketball. No, women have a bunch of scholarships, which by the way, I think is awesome because I have a daughter. So
are you sure you know this for a fact?
All these women's sports that wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the fact that Title IX. Wait, is it Title IX? And on all the men's sports.
Title IX.
All the men's sports that are funding the women's sports, here's the thing. Many more women have access to those scholarships. Only a few men do, and those few men are fucking.
Wait! You have to go backwards.
No, I don't. I don't.
No, there's just scholarships on both sides. I don't know.
Men with scholarships
because
and women,
one
the
NBA
entire
scholarship and really quickly. One basketball scholarship and one football scholarship equals 20 softball and lacrosse and volleyball scholarships for women. Those sports fund women's sports. I'm not against that, by the way. I'm pretty, as a father of a daughter, I'm supportive of this.
Football funds almost every sport.
But let's just be clear where the cash is flowing from.
It does flow from football.
Right, but that wasn't the statement you made, but it's
right. Yeah, you kind of said it backwards. That's
what was the statement I made?
No. You I heard what I heard.
Aisha are both in agreement that I said something backwards. So let me know what that was.
It's not a thing, and I do want to remind.
Say worm salt and bitter oranges.
Yes. Worm salt. You're gonna need to buy worm salt.
Incan,
You're gonna need a
bitter.
Salt or
This is
no, not
Dark
bitters. No,
red.
not bitter. Bitter orange.
Challenge.
Yeah, it's a bitter
Bitters.
orange instead of
It's bitters.
orange and worm salt. Then
What is
like so
worm
you can start like
salt?
appreciating like mezcal is appreciated a lot in the throat. There's a very smokiness that comes out of it. And so like a really good bottle to start appreciating that with, doesn't break the bank, is Casa Lobos. There's a couple of them. You're gonna want to get the Espadín Joven, okay? That's like very popular. That's like a metric you can charge a lot of mezcals. Mezcal.
Okay, my favorite mezcal bottle that I got so far. It's called Mi Mama.
Okay, very important.
Mi Mama Mi Dijo.
Can you
Mama,
PTR if
okay.
you have a picture?
Yeah, it's very important for you to let me know what type of part from Mexico this is. Thing is that there's many agave plants, and mezcal doesn't uses like depending on the region. There's a style to it. It's also the different plants that they use. So you can have one from Oaxaca. Oaxaca makes some really good.
Oaxaca. That's what it is.
Yeah,
El Dorado on Oaxaca, Mexico.
Oaxaca. Okay, got you. Does it tell you what mezcal is it using? Is it using an Espadín Joven? PTR.
Espadín.
Joven, right? G-O-V-E-N.
Espadín Joven, 100% Magui.
Yes. Okay. That's pretty good. You're gonna want to like take a shot of that, and then like.
Yeah, that was my
when you
favorite
take a
one so far.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You should compare it to the Casa
It's a
Lobos.
$40 bottle.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good price. Pretty decent. The thing is that there's a lot more to explore with mezcal because it doesn't have to use more than 50% of blue agave, which is the requirements for tequila. And so there's a lot of other types of agave plants that are very, very good. And some of them are even like much more prestigious because they've been around for like 100 years, like the plant itself. And they've been harvested. Here's another thing that you'll really enjoy is sotol. So look up Desert Door, sotol, 1 year. Okay? I know the guy who like started this.
Can you spell that for me?
Yeah. A Desert Door, just Desert Door. Just put Desert Door 1 year, SOTOL. I know the guy that started this. This guy was a Marine. This sotol is a tradition that's been going on in Mexico for a long time.
Oh, this is a cheap bottle too.
But you want to get the 1 year. You want to get the 1 year. It's been in like bourbon barrels. Now, the thing about sotol is that the plant, the age of the plant has a lot to do with the way that it ends up tasting.
This is made in Driftwood, Texas.
Yes, and I'm going to tell you why that's a really good thing. Okay?
This is the private barrel selection.
Yes, you're going to want to get your hands on that, all right?
This is only
like
$60.
Yes. Does it PTR it, by the way? I want to make sure it's the right one. It has to be like, yeah, as long as it's aged. The reason.
Bro, he's recommending you American-made mezcal.
American-made what?
Dude, what the hell?
I'm
I
not
don't
really
even trust it anymore.
Yeah, PTR, Florida PTR. This is a very good. They're about like $60 to $80.
Let me see.
Okay, like the reason why you want to get that bottle, Florida, is because sotol is very much like mezcal, but
Del
the
Magui.
but the age of the plant has a lot to do with it. The issue is that because of the tradition in Mexico, there aren't a lot of aged plants. The advantage is that like since it's something new in America, you have a bunch of plants that are old as fuck.
Incan. I'm sorry. Have you tried this brand, the one at PTR?
Oh yeah, 100%. They have a bunch of like different ones.
What do you think about them?
All right, PTR. You can see it.
Single de Maguey. Okay, let me see which one. I don't know if I had this version specific because they have a bunch of versions. Can you PTR the bathroom bottles?
Look at mine.
This is from like 2-3 years ago, bro. But I remembered. I don't drink mezcal a lot, but I was recommending this and it was good.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. But like that company has like a bunch of them. They all have like similar bottles, but like they're from different places. But
yes, exactly. They all look exactly the same, but they're different.
Yourself a bottle of Desert Door. I promise you, that's what you're gonna like. Not only are you gonna be able to appreciate like the bourbon barrel thing, but it's 100 and it's like 110 proof. It's a very good bottle. I can't think of a bottle that's like has more bang for
What
the
is
buck.
it called again? This is the one in
It's
Texas?
it's Desert Door, but it's the one age version.
Desert
the one,
Door. Okay.
Yes, it's 1 year. So like when they got the proper, like let's do Sotol. The thing is, no one does this in America. So they had a bunch of access to like prime plants that nobody cared about, and they had to clear out the desert. So they lit the shit on fire, and then they take that and then they make it. And because the plant has like so much age to it, it's rich in flavor. So in Mexico, that would be like premium plant that you to make sotol. And here, it's just abundant because like we don't fucking use it. So there's two versions of it. One of them is the one where they like lit a whole place on fire and they harvested the plant afterwards. The one where it's 1 year age, it's not like that. It should be aged, I think, in a bourbon barrel. If I'm not mistaken.
Incan, sorry. Are you saying for like political reasons, people prefer the ones in Mexico for whatever reasons instead of the ones in America?
No. I'm saying that like sotol is not technically mezcal. It's not technically mezcal,
Okay,
but it's in the
bro.
same.
So you're fucking pushing knockoffs again, bro.
No. This is not. This is not.
He is doing. Oh, that's what I was like, what the hell? Because Sotol is not. It's not agave. It's not mezcal.
It's
Come on, bro.
It's like
come on, Incan.
it's from the same discipline. It's just as prestigious over there. Okay, except that like it really matters what plant you get it. Look, I'm telling you, like
I don't want to hear.
Listen. Like that is like
This
like
fucking guy.
mezcaleros love sotol.
That was the Jewiest shit I've seen all day.
Yeah, bro,
We've had
that was
Dorb in here.
ridiculous, bro.
Screw me. I drink a mezcal with my girl's family. A bunch of people that appreciate mezcal, that love mezcal, they love sotol because it's in the same vein as mezcal.
I know, bro. Mention that in the beginning,
shit.
bro. Look.
I did. I said sotol. I said sotol is not mezcal. I said it's not an agave plant. That's what I said. I said it's not an agave
He
plant.
did not say that.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yes,
hear
I
that.
did.
Look, if you
That's what
didn't say that, it wasn't clear. Because I
Okay,
didn't
just
hear.
look.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey Brandy, it's John. I guess I could maybe send you a voice note, but since you're not getting my text messages, I'm calling you and leaving you a voicemail. Hope you're having a nice evening. Your photos look super sexy and fun. Would love to see you tonight or tomorrow. Call me back. Bye.
It does, but some of the best alcohols have very basic bottles because all the money goes to the value of the actual alcohol and not like the marketing of the bottle and
Whatever you do not buy Casamigos mezcal. That is like absolute fucking trash. You know what a mezcal that's very, very good? The guy from Breaking Bad and Jesse Pinkman, they made a bottle together. That's really good mezcal, bro. It's really, really good. If you can get your hands on it, it should be a lot cheaper now that the craze about it's over. It's a very good mezcal. Very good. That's crazy. I put you on to some. Look, if ever in the future, if you'll try something like, wow, what is this? And it's sotol, just know that I try to put you on and you're like, that's fake bullshit. Even though it's more expensive, it's better. There's a greater tradition of it. It's very rich in like culture and in flavor and appreciation of the plant. And just remember that this moment that I try to put you on, you're like, that's bullshit.
More expensive. Look at the one in my PTR. Is that the one that you're even talking about, bro?
Yes. This right here is the shit, bro. That right there is the shit, bro. I got that for my girl's uncle. And like he's super picky about his fucking agaves. Like he won't fuck with an Espadín Joven from Puebla. Like he like just fucks with shit from like Oaxaca. Bro, he tried that. He was super fucking like
which one? What are we talking
Driftwood,
about?
Texas. Yeah, Driftwood, Texas. The one that he has.
Yeah, so this is a $61 bottle. I could go get it tomorrow.
No.
Well, not tomorrow because the liquor store is closed, but Monday.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm telling you.
shit. It is Sunday tomorrow. Oh, god damn it. I was planning on going to the ACC store.
That's why I went when I went. That's why I
They
went
got
when
me.
I went.
Oh yeah, you're in Texas, Florida. You're in fucking Texas, bro. You're fucking lucky, man. You're fucking lucky because they keep it stocked over there. I was actually in a fucking Total Wine in Texas when this guy was like selling this by the tequila section, and I was like, and he's like, "Yo, I'm the founder of this." I'm like, "Whoa, that's kind of cool." You know, I really didn't expect much, because I like Satos. So like, I was like, okay, like, but bro, it was so fucking good, bro.
I'll tell you what,
On the spot, I bought 3 bottles of it.
the last few times I've been in Total Wine, they have had some Russian Ukrainian girl selling
Oh my God.
fucking Ukrainian vodka
Ooh.
and giving away little samples. She is so hot. You can't say no to her for the sampler. But she's a terrible salesperson, so it's so easy to just tell her it wasn't that good.
Wish they would do
Ukrainian
stuff like
women
that
are
here.
beautiful,
There's
bro.
no way. Yeah, there's no way they do that here. Like, I was so sad because our liquor store doesn't compare to the one in Vegas. Oh my God. It was like 3 times the size. It was so much different alcohols I've never seen before. Oh, I was trying not to buy like the whole damn store.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, no,
Good
this
Satos,
girl is a
there's nothing
fucking
like a good
staple at my Total Wine. She's
Bro.
in there every fucking weekend giving away the fucking
Bro, I know.
Ukrainian vodka.
Ukrainian.
But you like
woman,
whiskey
bro.
too, right?
I like
Florida.
fucking hottest.
Yeah, I'm not picky with my fucking
Oh,
liquors.
dude, you're gonna fucking love this shit, bro. You're gonna love this shit. It's 110 proof, by the way. It's so good.
You know,
so fucking.
I was on a
Oh, bro.
5-year fucking
107.
They would likely be civilized enough not to do bad stuff to us.
Maybe. I disagree. But
Yeah, they'd be.
I don't
they'd
think they would be
respectful.
like viciously violent.
they could be.
No, they
What
don't
if-
know. They
like,
just
what
be
if,
like, hey, how's it going? What's your name?
Yeah, I mean, historically, when we've conquered areas of territory for resources, we haven't been too kind to the nature that surrounds those resource-rich habitats, right?
She knows Rafi wants to hold rooms with her, and she's like, well, we can't hold them in the war room because I can't go in the war room. So we have to hold them out of the war room. I go, you get she just wants to hold the rooms where I'm not going to be there to tell her to shut the fuck up and mute her, which is fine. But I am kind of enjoying the fact that, like, she's pretending she can't get into the house, therefore she never comes in.
Oh, I'm such a victim. I'm sorry.
But I kind of don't want to fix it either by, like, really pushing, because I'm like, as long as she pretends she can't get in, that means I never have to worry about her in the room.
Bran,
So I'm letting her lie serve me, and I'm kind of okay with it.
Bran, just
Years,
pull a
okay.
Trump. Deny, deny, deny. You're amazing. You do everything right, okay? That's all you gotta do. Just play Trump.
Let's say that she pulls Rafi into that room for a week. What does she feel she's going to accomplish?
Not a fucking thing.
She just likes to be able to have those rooms outside of Amir's rooms, because then Amir gives her the time of day to explain the room she just had with us. It's the only reason she comes over, because then she gets to waste half a day in those rooms talking about what happened in our rooms, because Amir will never come in those rooms. And other people in there will never in those rooms. It's what her and Soren do. It's why they come in the rooms, to have the conversation, to be able to go bitch about having the conversation in the other space. I don't give a fuck because they're amusement to me. She doesn't like it because she poked me the wrong, in the wrong way too many times, and I'm just a cunt to her about it. And that just is what it is. And she doesn't get to mistreat people in those rooms. If she can get Rafi to open them in a generic space, then I don't generally end up in those spaces as much. But she was pissed the other day because she did that, and then I ended up in one of those spaces, and then I still told her to shut the fuck up and muted her. Because what I don't think she gets is, I don't care what room it is, if I'm modded and she's modded and it's my end of this app, I'm 100% acting like she has no power and I'm throwing her out and not caring. Don't
It's
give a
the
fuck.
investment
Don't
for
care.
me. I mean, do these people really believe that they're like the model UN or something? Like they're actually going to get some grassroots
No, they're
movement
bored.
going on this app?
They're bored, just like the rest of us.
Oh my
They're just
God.
going to pretend it isn't that they're bored. Most
Yeah, but
of
they're
us
so
acknowledge
militant.
we're on here because we're bored or we have time. That's
Yeah,
it.
but we're so militant. Like they're so militant.
I brought this guy. So somebody was streaming a room I was in. It was Rafi's room, and on what do you call it, on X, and he was listening to it, and he's like, when was that conversation? I'm like, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh, you can actually come in, and he talked to her. Yehuda's like a really bright guy, and generally he's a nice guy too. But after he talked to her, he was like trying to tell me how she's like truly evil, and like I'm kind of still trying to wrap my mind around it. There's something that people see with her where she just really rubs them the wrong way.
I mean, here's the thing. She's a Jew-hating piece of shit who wraps herself up in allegedly being Jewish, which is fine, but you're still a Jew-hating piece of shit. You can do it in a friendly tone or not. I'm still gonna call you what you are. Bernie Sanders is a Jew-hating piece of shit. Doesn't matter how stereotypical he is. He hates our people. He hates our culture. He does not live by it. He doesn't worship it. He isn't a part of it. Like, he can't get rid of the male pattern genetic baldness he got from being Ashkenazi. And he can't get rid of his Brooklyn Jew accent, but outside of that, that man does not live like a Jew, does not believe in Judaism, does not practice our faith or our culture. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you can hate your own people, be a self-loather, but, you know, then don't try to wrap yourself up in it. Which is what she tries to do. When the fire gets too hot, she tries to play the I'm part of the family game. No, bitch, you've never been part of the family. Take your ass and go. Roll.
She's the red-headed stepchild, huh?
It's the same thing with Rachel fucking Khaleesi's ass.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you have a Jewish dad who was fantastic for you and sent you to Jewish day camp and private Jewish school for $100,000 a year and Jewish.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Hey Emma, it's John. Sorry, sometimes my text messages don't go through.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey Emma, it's John. Hope you're having a great night. Sorry, sometimes my text messages don't go through for some reason. I'm probably going to stay local, but if you want to meet up tonight, I might be down. Just call me back or text me if you can.
And then when she came on this app, she chased down her blackness. Now, ironically, she didn't use her blackness to go get a job. No, she cried her woe is me story to Shauna, and Shauna used our Jewish network and got her a job after I had been getting her banned from jobs using our Jewish network.
So Shauna
Goddamn
from
Shauna?
San Francisco?
Yeah, Shauna's a very good friend of mine, but I had been basically using strings to make sure she never got fucking hired anywhere and had blackballed her for 6 fucking months. And then Shauna picked up the phone and got her hired at a nonprofit where we know the person who founded it. And I was like, God damn it, Shauna. I wanted the bitch unemployed. Shauna ruined it. See, this is the thing. It's like
Hey Emma. Hey, how are you doing?
Hey,
What are you up to?
I'm getting ready.
Nice. You going out in River North, Lincoln Park? Where are you going? Old Town?
Oh my god, so many guesses. None of them correct. Where are you going out?
Probably local by me, Edison Park.
Okay. Fun.
Yeah, it should be fun. It's beautiful outside.
It is. I'm excited.
How was your day?
It was good. I just got back from Turks and Caicos.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
That's quite an amazing trip. Did you have fun?
It was so much fun.
Do you have a nice tan going on?
A great tan.
Ooh, I would love to see it. And maybe rub coconut butter oil and eucalyptus if you need it.
Wait, that could be nice.
Yeah, I'm a Swedish masseuse with the coconut butter oil.
Okay.
So, are you? Where are you gonna go tonight? Do you know?
I don't know yet.
Oh, are you going out with friends?
It kind of depends on, like, what are you looking for?
I mean, I'm looking to have a good time tonight, and I'm looking to have a good time the rest of my life, every night of my life, if that's in my destiny.
I love that. That's really poetic.
What are you looking for tonight?
I just love to be spoiled.
Oh, you want to get spoiled?
Yeah.
Well, I like to give out free packages of heaven and earth, so...
Ew, no, that's not what I mean.
What do you mean then?
I like gifts.
Oh, you want like a Chanel bag with like $1,000 in cash in the bag for like, as a gift, like to make love?
No, I mean not that much, but I love a gift. My love language.
Oh, well, I don't think you should do hard work unless you're well compensated, and I really enjoy someone who enthusiastically puts in the hard work.
Yeah, that's not so much. Not so much me.
You're lazy?
No, I'm not lazy. I just like to have fun without doing all the hard work.
I got it. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm down to provide you with a beautiful gift if you want to spend the night together, and we should have a lot of fun.
Okay, I don't know. Like, I'm not down to move that quickly, though.
Yeah, we don't have to like get together tonight. We can get together someday this week. I mean, it's no rush.
I know, I just mean I don't do a beautiful night without other things first.
Got it. That sounds good to me.
Okay.
All right, well, text me later or call me, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, will do. Bye.
Bye.
Or a signed agreement.
I just like it.
See, so you can't just give legal advice, right? Like, you can talk to your family, but outside of that, if somebody were to come in here and be like, Jason, I have a question about this. Jason, I have a question about this DUI I'm going to have. Jason can't just give them advice because then he's acting as their attorney without being their attorney. You can't act as if you're counsel without being counsel. So that usually means you have to take payment or you have to have a retainer agreement, even if you waive payment, saying that they are your client, attorney attaches, and your ethical responsibility attaches. That's why you will hear attorneys on this app or other apps or other forums say, I may be an attorney, but I am not your attorney, and I am not speaking as an attorney. I'm simply engaging in this conversation. Or this is for academic purposes only. They'll disclaimer their way out of it because you have to be very careful, especially if you're in a state like California or New York, where our bars are more than happy to suspend, sanction, and censure attorneys for ethical violations or stepping out of procedures. So the fact that she was giving legal advice in the Million Marathon room, they all should have known that. And it was stupid because half of them were attorneys and the other half of them have attorneys on retainer. So I never understood the amount of shit they let her talk, but they really did believe she was until somebody clocked her, and then they were embarrassed because they figured out, oh no, she's a law student who was graduating. So y'all are masters of the universe, Greg Leger, and that batch of people. You're all big entrepreneurs, you're all big money, and you had a second-year law student lie to you for 3 years and tell you she was a fucking attorney.
Why did she go after Grant Cardone? Was it like he wouldn't hire her or some shit?
No, so she was he treated her like a niece on this app, like she was a young lady. He treated kind of like how I treat Chansey, right? Chansey's younger. I enjoy Chansey, but we have that kind of relationship. He had that kind of relationship with her, but he never bothered to look into the fact that, like, no, she was not a newly practicing attorney. She was a law student. So he was very angry she lied to him for 3 fucking years, and he introduced her to people in his professional network. Where she was retarded is if she had just said, I'm a law student, she still would have had those friendships, and she probably would have had a fantastic fucking job. Because whether you're talking about Cindy Stumpo, or you're talking about Greg Legere, or you're talking about Grant Cardone, they know who hire a lot of attorneys. So she could have come up with a fantastic job. Instead, those people all put distance, and then she threw a tantrum about what they were to her. And it's like, you misrepresented who you were. You made them look like fucking fools. No, they're not ever going to for you or hire you. But anyway, this is probably not the room Jason wanted to have.
Nope, you're good. I'm just making a margarita. So if I can't smoke out, guess what? I'm drinking.
You live in California, Jason?
Yep.
Okay.
No, I'm just knocking off the weed for a while. I like it, but yeah, a big while. Anyways, no, I don't care what you guys say. I mean, I knew who she was. I really wasn't really great in debate the news. It was just always someone yelling to compete for the mic. And I'm like, and I always thought that Grant Cardone and Cindy Stumpo were just full of shit, just trying to gain clout in a room that had a lot of bodies in it. So they are who they are. It's none of my business.
The irony about the two of them is the actual more successful entrepreneur is Cindy. Like, that's the irony of that. It's like Cindy actually runs a better business. She actually created her own business, and none of her business is a con job. She's an irritating bitch, but she's fantastic. What she does, she's built 2 of my friends good at what she does. Right? She's very good at what she does. Now, she's a crass bitch, but again, she's a fucking developer and contractor, and she's a woman who's been doing it for fucking 30 years in a men's industry. You're probably going to be a crass bitch. And then when you add in where she's from and that accent, it's like, yeah, okay. But, like, she has credibility. Grant Cardone did the snake oil sales thing, and that's why, you know, he's got that. I mean, even right now, look at it. He's all over the fucking news again, putting the fucking deposition hours. He put 23 hours of deposition film on the internet, Jason. I don't know if you saw that.
Why?
23 hours of deposition he put up on the internet against his attorney's advice.
Stupid.
And he's been stalking the parents and family members of the opposing counsel.
Bad move. This is how you end up in jail, lose everything you own.
Yep, he's out of his fucking mind. And basically, it's because they're in that pre-court arbitration phase of things where you're forced to do the arbitration piece. And he doesn't think that that counts as court, and he doesn't think that there should have been anything sealed. So he released it without permission to release it. They haven't done anything to him about it, but, like, his own attorney has publicly gone on the record, and he has that, like, yeah, my attorney doesn't want this, but I need the world to see I'm just getting screwed over and offering everybody back. And what he wants is he wants to pay everybody back, but not in a settlement where the attorneys get any money.
Whatever.
He's trying to play by his own terms. He's trying to say, I'll pay the debt back, but I don't want anything added onto it. I don't want to have to pay legal fees. Well, you should have done that before you got sued. Before you got into class action. Because all these people begged you for their money for 3 to 5 years.
How much they want from
him? Sue me. Huh?
How much do they want from him? You know?
It's a class, so it's millions and millions of dollars because it's now
100,
the judge
maybe
approved the
200.
Class. Something like that, give or take. It's more than I think he has, frankly, in terms of liquid.
Will it get it? Probably not. It might get 40 or 50.
But at the same time, the IRS is up his asshole again, and the FBI in Florida and California are looking at his business again. And the Congressional Veterans Affairs Committee is looking at the shit he did with those fucking VA loans.
That's the one that I'm really interested in.
So to me, like him or not, he's going to get swallowed up at some point. And he looks 10 years older. He's fucking exhausted. You can see it. The issue is he went around telling people to sue him for so many years.
And
as you know, if you tell people I'm too big, you can't sue me, I'm too big, you can't sue me, eventually they pile together, they become a class, and you have a massive class action. And that's what happened. And now he's like, these attorneys, they want all this additional money. Yeah, that's how that works. It's a class action. They're now going to sue you for their legal fees, too. You have the opportunity to simply refund them and give them their money back over the last 3 to 5 years. You said, sue me. Okay. They did. Now you don't get to go backwards. It's like fucking Palestinian negotiation. Bitch, you don't get to go back to 48. We're in 2026. Maybe you should have done that shit back then. Suck a dick. Deal with the year you're in. But I do feel bad for him because he does look like he's like fucking 15 years older in the last year.
Dude, he's a car salesman that got into real estate. That's what he is. Oh.
Well, and his brother took the hit and went to prison for their last fucking con deal. And I knew his brother for years. But his brother, in that other scam they had where he took a hit for fucking insider trading and fraudulent business practices, brother said he did it all on his own, and the brother took the hit and went to prison.
No, I'm sorry, brother.
No, your brother didn't do it on his own. You did it with him. But the brother took the hit so that he could keep the business, so that when the brother got out, they had money, which worked. Because now that the brother's out, Grant put a bunch of money into his brother's new venture. Well, yeah, because you paid the guy who took the fall for you. So that one of you could stay out and make money. Who think that VA thing is going to fuck him at some point? It's at some
there's
point
quite a few of them.
Because what he did was not like explicitly illegal, but in the way he's refused to refinance out of them, it 100% is. So like, and that's going to become a class, and then he'll be fucked. That's the one he'll probably go to prison for. Which the sad thing is, by the time that's dealt with, that'll be 10 years from now, and that'll just kill his ass.
His wife will be like, what's her name? Charlie Kirk's wife, trying to create a new network and not get the support.
Well, they know it's coming because they've moved 95% of the assets from Cardone Capital are now in Cardone Enterprise Capital, which is his daughter's company. They've moved everything. They've moved most into the daughter's name, out of the wife's, and they've tagged to Cardone Capital. So they've moved that, 2/3 of $1 billion into his daughter's business, out of his business, and they've saddled all the debt into his business.
How much will they be able to clear in bankruptcy then?
I don't know what that looks like, but again, him and his wife going to be broke as fuck. But that daughter is sitting on all that money. They've managed to shield it. It's my understanding.
What is she, 10? 12? Fuck, I don't he's got 2 daughters. Huh?
She's 16, 17. She's almost 18 years old.
She could say, screw you, Mom,
she
screw
might
Dad.
actually be 18 at this point, but she works for Cardone Capital, and she's running one of their divisions now. So, like, they've been moving that shit since the last lawsuit, because I think he understands if he moves it all under the daughter, she is clean. She was a minor when any of their illegal shit went on, so him and the wife will just get hit with it.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all big fancy shit above my head. I'm dealing with a French bulldog and, lots of unhealthy family members. That's my excitement.
Yeah,
that's why.
And angry Mexicans who won't go home. No, I'm kidding. It's Palestinians.
I was like, go ahead, Chancey.
No, I was gonna say the older daughter, the one you talk about, is 17. She'll be like 18 next year, but I think she could get what should we call it, that term where like they can get
well, they legally emancipated her last year.
Yeah, I'm saying she could get that legally if need be, and then like she could be okay just in case shit really hits the finger than they think. So
yeah. Money bleeds, especially with them.
Well, money earned through deception will always come with a cloud. That's just life. That's just like, right? This is the thing. Drug dealers and gangbangers earn money too, but it comes with a cloud. If you earn money the legitimate way, the honest, you worked for it way, then, you know, money, you have less of it, but it comes in and it comes in without that burden. Anybody who has ever earned money, whether it's blood money or guilt money or whatever that is, inevitably karma comes with them on it. And it's like, yeah, I don't think that was worth it.
I'm telling you right now, the Powerball is about 806 million. If I win that motherfucker, I'm gonna pay the taxes and I'm just gonna park it on an island and I'll set my kids up and then I'll act like I'm running a nonprofit.
I thought you said we're never going to see you again.
The Barajas Foundation for Blind Trans Cats.
Mm-hmm.
And it will give out the money when they find blind trans cats. It'll be like the Clinton Foundation. The first 15 years of the Clinton Foundation, they gave out no money. And it's because they set the requirements so high that like no nonprofit could meet it. So they didn't have to give any money out. So you just have to pick something super obscure, Jason. Indigenous owners of 2 or more disabled transgender felines.
No, I'm gonna fund a special group of ex dairy workers who handled udders, you know, ex titty workers, retired titty workers that never got a check. They milked enough. They don't need to be milked.
Dude, I love when people take the like monthly payouts on those Powerballs. I'm like, unless you're a 20-year-old, take the fat payout one time, pay the taxes one time, get that shit shelved, hidden, parked, done, and just enjoy the rest of your life never having to work or worry about money again. Because I don't know about you, unless you're a fucking Rothschild, most of us could walk away with, you know, $100 or $200 million and just live forever. Just fine. Because you park fucking $5 million of that in a standard money market making regular shit and you have the interest payment. That's it. More than that, you park $50 million, yeah, you're living large. You buy your house, you pay it off, park your residence in a no income tax state.
All you really have to do is like, hey, don't go buy businesses. Don't invest in people or relatives or friends. Just all you have to do is live off $100,000 a year. That's it.
Well, the other thing you do, and I've always said this, if I were ever to like win the Powerball, where people win like $300 million, I would literally gift $1 million to each family member and say, never bother me for anything again, ever. Here's $1 million to this cousin, this cousin, this cousin. If you burn it on hookers, I don't give a fuck. I'm not even going to help you, though I could figure out how to use it. I'm not going to hire a financial advisor. This is your share of our family's come up here. So go take it and do what you want with it. Don't ever bother me again. Done. Wow. Never again. No more money conversation. Done. Sister gets it, brother gets it. And I got a lot of family members. I would still have a fuck ton of money to go buy myself a bougie $10 million house somewhere. Sit on my compound with my French bulldog and harem of young men and just call it a day.
A rotating harem?
It would have to rotate because, like, you know, they're eventually going to want to, like, have a different life, you know. You don't want to keep them forever.
Hey, bitches ain't loyal, are they?
Would be the gay conservative version of Hugh Hefner's deal. Just no magazine.
The conservatory.
Because they're going to be like, I want to have kids. And you're going to be like, oh, nah, I'm good, go.
I mean, that's what the Playboy bunnies did. If you look at most of the bunnies, they married wealthy men.
No, just put the conservatory up bottom up.
And here's the thing. I love Mexico enough. My compound could totally be in Mexico. And the Mexican loves money enough. They don't give a fuck. They let people do shit on private compounds all the time. They would not care if I had a gay compound. They'd be like, okay,
They would care.
Cool. Are you paying taxes? Who said they would care?
Chancey
They do not
did.
care.
Chancey did.
They would not care.
Adams, you ain't shit.
Well, look at Adams. He looks like an upgraded version of the Narco Saint, just a better tie.
Adams, you tried it.
I mean, here's the thing: a little bit of an AI tilt, and he looks like a Pakistani in that.
I know.
Oh, shut up.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
You're not
The AI
wrong. I
tilted
see
that
it.
just a little bit. Just a little.
A bit of a squint. I can see it.
Dr. Mahmoud Mohammed Carr,
Dirty
epidemiologist from USC.
Incorporated.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Brent. There's your new foundation, Dirty Packies
All you gotta
Incorporated.
put is like one of those fucking Dirker shit on him.
Oh.
Are you
So I do
Kamala's
have a
cousin?
question.
You're Kamala's cousin.
Hell no. I do have a question. Why are there all these NBA players announcing that they're going to go play for the NBA?
Because
WNBA?
they're trolling the fuck out of the WNBA, which is why the WNBA chairwoman
Isn't the WNBA growing broke?
They announced today that they are pausing their draft recruitment cycle to reassess the rules on how they will determine female eligibility. Basically, the WNBA shit on the NBA because the
Hi, Liliana.
Hi.
What are you doing?
We're just chilling.
Same. I'm just sipping some coffee. Yeah, I mean, I just had dinner, so sometimes after I eat, I sip coffee. How's your day? Maybe we should do nothing over here.
I don't know if you noticed. I've had a max of 4 hours of rest of sleep this whole week.
Oh no.
Yeah, I haven't really been sleeping. I've been just super tired every day. And today, I've been so tired.
Oh, well, you need a good ASMR and a Swedish
I don't like
massage.
ASMR.
What about like sleep hypnosis?
I don't like this either.
Are you not sleeping because why aren't you sleeping good?
Oh, that is.
Or you think that's what it is?
Huh?
I said that's what you believe is causing you not to sleep, your ADHD?
I mean, diagnosed.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, your work schedule also, like, throws off sleep significantly because the circadian rhythm. But, I mean, all I can offer you is a warm hug, a nice soft kiss, a Swedish massage, some weed, some alcohol if you want, music, love, relaxation. You're down? Well, you could Uber here. I can drive you home tomorrow. I'll get you an Uber and you'll be here in 30 minutes. You're already up. It's 9:55 on a Saturday night. Well, think about it. In 5 minutes at 10 o'clock, let me know if you change your mind and you want to come over. I mean, you can just wear, comfy clothes. Maybe bring the Victoria's Secret. I would love to see that pink top on you. It would be fun. And you can DJ if you want. I mean, this goes without saying. That's 100%. More than just that, though. I want you to tell me all the positions you want me to do. If you want me to, eat your ass and finger you at the same time.
Well, okay. Okay.
It's just a thought.
No.
Just a thought. How do you like that little, how are the two plush toys, the bear and the brown thing?
They're cute,
I guess you look cute with the teddy bear. Well, I've been thinking about you, and you're firmly, living rent-free in my brain, so that's a good thing, I guess. Yeah, I've been thinking about you because, I spent a whole day with you, fawning over you and loving you. And so you got my kundalini, all worked up. So does that mean I can send you an Uber and you can come over for the night? Why not? We'll just... Maybe you can sleep here. I'll cuddle you all night and we'll have the AC on.
I don't know how am I gonna fit.
Huh?
I need to go shopping tomorrow.
Oh.
Can't do that. Sorry.
Oh, baby. It's Saturday night. You should be in my arms tonight. You should be kissing me and making all things right.
Are you high?
I mean, I just smoked a little weed, but I can...
No, you are high. Please, you're not keeping that from yourself. You like a little bit of drugs. I don't even know if that was even enough. I don't even know how you can smoke that.
You gotta have a grinder. Do you have a grinder? Yeah, you should have ground it for you, but we were kind of in a rush.
I don't smoke it.
Well, if you smoke weed, you can't, and you're having trouble sleeping, it could make it even worse. You'll sleep even less because, it does, dope your brain and, can speed your brain up. That's why I suggest, if you smoke, you should, hit the gym or go for a jog because...
I'm trying to sleep on it.
Alright, baby, well, if you change your mind, I would love to see you tonight. I would love to see you tomorrow. I'd love to see you Monday.
Okay.
Am I gay, baby? No. Am I gay? Are you kidding me? I want you to ride me all night long. No.
I don't know.
No
You feel
power.
like energy?
Well, I rested all day, and I'm not working hard like you, so I have a reservoir of energy. I have stored up energy. So, I mean, if you come over here, like, I can make you come really good, and you're gonna sleep so good. You're gonna be like, damn, that was good. Oh my God, and you're gonna wake up tomorrow and you're gonna say, John, I feel so refreshed. I slept like a baby. It was unbelievable. I think it was the orgasm and the way you spooned me all night. I feel so good, John. Let's go shopping. Let's go shopping, John. Take me to the fashion outlet mall. I want to go to the store, in the Under Armour store, and get athletic wear so we can go to LA
No
Fitness
power.
and bust a sweat.
Funny. You are funny. You just betrayed me. I like dream girlfriend right now. You just betrayed this whole entire dream right now. Like a crazy person. John.
It's a vision.
Oh, you must think.
What was
I
that?
don't know if you sound like that. What do you mean? John.
Liliana.
John.
Liliana. Did you like my love potion?
It's not like an AI generated like photo.
Yeah, I made you some AI generated art to celebrate our blossoming love affair.
Love affair. No.
Our blooming love affair.
You have manifest me.
Well, we're starting this off as friends before lovers.
No,
So
you're manifesting me out of a lot.
I'm just saying, if we make love, we were friends.
No.
Friends before lovers.
Making love and having sex are two different things.
Love and sex are kind of analogous.
Sex is like you're basically trying to connect energies together. It's just passion, it's intimate. Not making love is two individuals who are passionate about each other, connecting, and that's making love. But all you're doing if you want to have sex is just sex.
Well, I view sex as being like what you described it as, is like the union of energies. So to me, it's probably the most spiritually, physically, psychologically intense thing you can do with someone. So I would never just casually just call it sex or fucking. It's important. I mean, you can meditate on sex, like while you're having sex. It's called like Kundalini yoga, basically, where it's basically if you edge and you edge max with somebody, and like you do it over a long period of time, you can like supposedly achieve higher states of consciousness and pleasures and joys. So, with you, I know it's going to be amazing. These are beautiful. You've got just an incredible. Those 35 double Ds, which you let me. 34 double D? 34, okay. Which you let me. Yeah, you let me taste and suck on and lick, and it was so much fun. You were like, your head was back, you were like, oh my God.
Are you okay? Stop.
You're like, stop seducing me. Stop seducing me. You're seducing me.
Stop it. Stop. God. Mr. Bowman, stop.
I'm a naughty Johnny sometimes. I'm not bad Johnny. Well, I've done a lot of positive vibrations with you, so I'd love to maintain good secrecy. Culminate, fulfill our freedom, and kind of sex. I think it's passionate. And I would love to, spoil you for you more and love you more. I've got these gummies. These gummies should put you to sleep. These Clementine gummies. Also, I have ashwagandha gummies. Have you ever had ashwagandha? No? They like help with inflammation, anxiety, and they put you to sleep. They can make you sleepy. All right, well, my beautiful Liliana, I hope you get some good rest. I would prefer.
Let me think real quick.
Stop
I'm not
thinking.
thinking, I promise.
Stop.
I'm thinking.
No, stop thinking. Stop thinking. End your problems. That's the Buddhist saying.
Oh, wow. It's about being intelligent.
I've set my intentions. All my intentions are.
One second. You're falling asleep on me, Liliana? Oh, so.
Baby, I think you're sleeping on me. I think you should be in an Uber with an overnight bag coming to my house right now to cuddle in my arms, snuggle in my bed. Put some food up for that kitty cat and get ready, baby. Put some food up for that kitty cat. Hello?
Meow. What the fuck? Meow. Oh, what the fuck? Meow. Ew, stop. It's ugly.
Now you're up though, so you know, grab that bag. I'll call the Uber, and you'll be here by 10:30, baby.
And then what? And then what? What do I get out of this?
Oh my God, I'm gonna give you heaven and earth.
No, I want more than that. Because I'm sacrificing my sleep. It's like something priorities.
Well, I might have like an envelope with like $300 in that Coach bag you like. That could be
I
your.
don't know.
That could be your birthday gift.
I really don't know though. It's like a dead thing, so I don't know.
Well, you know, follow your intuition. If your intuition says fuck it, I like this guy, he's hot enough. I want fuck, I want money, I want love, I want joy. Follow your intuition. Always listen to your inner voice, which is telling you, okay, I'm gonna take action. I'm gonna pursue.
It takes me home.
Well, if that's what your intuition is telling you, then you know we'll see each other Monday or tomorrow. But Monday, we saw each other on Monday, right? That was our first date.
I work Monday.
Huh?
I work every day now.
Oh, we'll take a day off because it's the end of the summer. The summer's winding down. Well, I'm gonna pay you for the day plus a bonus. All right. Well, I mean, then I would love to see you during your time off, my darling.
Off they can actually call you. I can only call off tomorrow. I'm trying to do that.
We'll call off tomorrow then.
I'm working on it. One thing I don't hate it, it's just I'm kind of working a lot.
When you're working a graveyard shift, that's not psychologically. You're.
I work full time somewhere else and I also work weekend.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I work to
Well, if you want to go to King Spa to relax, King Spa is in Niles. It's like the Disneyland of spas, and it's total bliss because you know you're only 20 and you're already like you can handle the stress because you're young, but you still have to try to enjoy life as much as possible. And I'm gonna, you know, be your lover and take you to these places and spend money on you. Oh, you do not want to have sex? Oh my God, baby! I mean, sex is the joy of life. You know? Do we live? Huh? No, we don't have sex. I mean, then we're just friends, and you've put me on the friend ladder, which is not a very, very enjoyable ladder to be on. You know? Well, baby, I want you riding me. I want that fat ass to twerk on me because I know how amazing physically you must be because, I mean, you've got a real figure and you're beautiful. So to not make love to you was just like sucking the breath out of my life. It's like, baby, I mean, I was gonna text you then to say, hey, this was our, you know, sugar baby date. I had fun. I took you shopping. I mean, we should have. But I took you shopping. I didn't. I mean, I'm being facetious when I say sugar baby. Well, you're not my sugar baby because I didn't get any sugar from my baby. Then you're not my sugar baby. You're just my friend that I took shopping.
Yeah.
Well, it was a beautiful $500 day of Ubering and shopping you and feeding you, and your leftovers the next day was great. I wish you were here because
weird that you fucked up my leftovers. You were like probably not well doing that.
I was like,
What literally you for that?
well, do you think I was like a gentleman?
You even left him from the churches.
Do you think I was a gentleman on our first date, date and day together? Or did I like maintain my virtue?
It's just like, I don't know, I'm spoiled. And I'm like a brat. I like to be like a brat sometimes.
Well, I mean, I'm 43.
I have so much compliments today.
You got a lot of compliments today? You're just like glowing, huh? Well, I would love to come into Victoria's Secret and buy from you and be like, oh, yeah, you should get this for your girlfriend. You should get this for your girlfriend. And I'd be like, you are my girlfriend. Wrap it up for yourself, baby.
All my friends literally work there and they put out figure dates and they want to attack you.
They would attack me if I was dating you? Well, naturally, you would tell them, hey, respect this man because he respects me. And I'm asking you to respect him. So knock your shit
They
off.
won't like you. They won't like you as my dating.
Well, they don't have to know you're dating me because that's none of their business.
But you're making it your business by being there.
Oh, I see. Well, my darling, I really am praying to Venus or to Jesus or Mother Mary that I get to see you in that sexy Victoria's Secret outfit because, you know, it's just, I can't wait. You straightening your hair now? Does that mean you're coming out tonight? Okay. I love your curly hair. I'm a big curly hair fan. I thought your hair might be straight when I met you, but it was curly. Well,
You know what, maybe? I think we'll go shopping tomorrow. But I already know we're shopping tomorrow.
well, you know, try to focus on the now, because that's the reality. Tomorrow is when you wake up.
What are you willing to offer if I come there now?
What was that, baby?
What are you willing to offer if I come over there now?
What would I like to offer you? I'd like to offer you everything. I mean, if you want me to tempt you? I mean, I'm gonna take $20 bills and just like, you know, like slide one off the next and like shoot them at you. Shoot them at your ass as you have like that perfect Victoria's Secret ass up.
Okay, no. That's not tempting me.
Why? It's like hundreds of dollars. It's like hundreds of dollars just to have some fun with you. I mean, it'll be fun. So do you want me to tempt you to come? So do you want me to physically tempt you? Like what I'm planning on doing to you? Like do you want me to? Well, as I slowly pull down your Victoria's Secret panties and tell you to take the deepest breath of the day, I'm gonna push your thighs to the side and slowly come up to your clit and blow on it, and then lick it just a little bit, and then make my tongue down a little bit below that, put my tongue inside your pussy, and then suck on your clit with my full mouth and have my nose pushed up against you as I'm slowly and delicately taking my tongue and rotating it around your clit. And then I want you to take my head and just press it deep into your pussy as I stick my tongue as deep as I can inside you. And then, I want you to take another deep breath and then push me deeper inside of you as I stick my tongue as deep as I can inside of you. And then come out and suck on your clit again. And then spit on your pussy. And then stick my tongue back in your pussy. And that's my verbal temptation to you.
No. No.
Yes.
No.
That's what you're gonna say. Yes. Yes. No. Yes, John. Do it again. Go deeper.
No, John. No.
And as I'm eating you out, I'm gonna have like 2 fingers deep inside of you, like scratching your G-spot, and I'm gonna like make that wave motion when my fingers are inside of you. And I'm just gonna keep licking that clit, sucking that clit, licking that clit as I'm like stroking your G-spot, until eventually you scream out, "Oh my God, I'm gonna come!
Oh my God!
Oh my God, I'm gonna come! I'm gonna come!"
I'm gonna go.
Okay, good night, Lilia.
Good night.
Ah!
Bluetooth.
Judge and every administrative law judge and every magistrate recuses themselves.
All right, Brandon, that's it.
It'll be 3 people, or Utah, where it's 3 people. Yeah, that's kind of easy. Alaska only has 3 federal judicial positions, period. Only are currently filled, and that's an easy one. I've always said
Brandon,
if I was going to serve by designation, if I was going to serve by designation somewhere else, it would be in Juneau, Alaska, because they have a post for 1 singular federal judge, and it's been open forever, so the other 2 have to fly over there off once a month. But that person is basically emperor of that part of Alaska because they have all of the federal power. All of the power. They are the only judge.
So, Brandon, I'm going to become Jewish, and I'm going to become a judge. That's it.
I wonder how that works in Alaska being the only federal judge. Like, how are they, like, deferred up there? Like, is it, like, they're kind of treated, like, very, like, upstanding in that, like, federal district?
What did you just ask, Chance?
Like, is it, like, how they kind of treated there, and I would say the federal, like, Department of Alaska? Or is it more just, like, because there's nobody there, it's kind of just a ghost town?
There is nobody above you. Like, at the end of the day, if I issue a ruling in San Diego or LA, there's a supervisory judge. There are other senior judges that can be impaneled. And then you have the Ninth Circuit, right? In Alaska, they don't have anybody. There is no supervisory. There are no senior judges. There's 3 of them in the entire fucking state for the federal government. So yes, you could technically petition to the Ninth Circuit, but at the end of the day, you they rule the roost. All of the federal cases go through them, and all of the federal movement goes through them, which means you kind of can't afford to piss them off. If you piss me off in Los Angeles, there's dozens of options. you can get around me, right? If you piss someone off in New York Southern District, there's dozens of judges. You can get around them. If you piss off the federal judges in Alaska, there's 2 of them right now. 2, period. So go ahead, piss them off. See how well life goes for the rest of your cases. So they're very powered, like they're an emperor, a emperor.
Just wait, Bren. We're assembling the Africans. They're
Oh God! If you assemble them here, we got a lot of Somalis. Yeah.
Oh, we don't care. They're not Somaliland.
They're like goat there.
They're not even goat people.
I mean, other than that, we have Nigerians. Which go ahead, assemble them. I deal with Nigerians all the time.
They're everywhere like roaches.
I want to bring up war crimes against the Somalis of all the
Because in
rapes of
California,
goats.
we have a pretty good Rwandan population because of the genocide. We have a pretty solid Somalian population, Ethiopian population, Kenyan population, and the Nigerian. That's about it. That's where all the Africans in this state come from.
I have a neighbor that's a Rwandan.
No power.
Because of the governor at the time. I forget who the governor was, but the governor was willing to take a lot of them in after the genocide.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to use the trash. He burns all his trash.
Who's burning trash?
My next door neighbor. Mike never takes his trash out. I see fires at night. He has to be burning his trash.
What? That's so weird. Like, what type of weird shit are you doing that you burn your trash?
Look, it's third world countries. I don't ask. I just observe. Until it's really polluting, I can't say shit.
Do you see pushing wheelbarrows of purses or young children in or out of their basement?
There's no basements here.
I was making a joke. I know there's no basement. You're right off the fucking river.
Yep.
Ruining my child labor.
No power.
You didn't cover the attic spaces. Come on now. We got to make sure it's a real sweatshop, Bren.
Yeah, but you don't put sweatshops in the attic because then that's heavy equipment and they can push the overseers down the stairs.
Look, if they get out of line, you just push them into the chimney. They burn.
Because the basement ones, you lock them in the basement and just wait until they run out of food.
Oh, that's a good point. Thanks for letting me know. I'll make sure that I send it down to the appropriate
That's why
departments.
it's horrible, but it's why they imprison people in basements because all you have to do is lock them in and go away.
Oh, wow.
It's the same reason you can turn a swimming pool into a makeshift prison and you drain it.
Wow. Oh, no, that's also water. According to California drought conditions and resources, your pool is now considered a well source.
That's so weird. But I guess you could reconvert.
No power.
This pool is salt water, and they have a non-chlorinated salt. Pools also uses chlorine. They don't use any chlorine. So they could probably convert
salt water. It's more efficient.
They could probably convert that back to drinking water relatively easily in like an emergency.
Yeah. Then we have to make people salty.
I mean, they also have access to the thing called the San Joaquin Delta River, so I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you mean the thing that's about 45% salt water anyways?
Yeah, I don't think they're running out of options of water to clean.
I wouldn't want to drink any of that water.
In a apocalypse, I'm gonna clean the water and call it a day. It's okay. At least you guys have water. In a zombie apocalypse, like, unless we're boiling ocean water down here, which down here it's like Fukushima water and poison, so I don't know if I can do that.
Don't forget the chunky ass particles in your water.
Chunky ass particles.
It's Rocky Road.
Florida, and she was new, and so we actually, it wasn't Cosmo. What is this on the other side of Mexico. I'm thinking, it's not the other side of Mexico. What is it like?
It's called Puerto
Vallarta. No, not Puerto, the other side. I've been to Puerto Vallarta, the other side.
Are you talking about that gringo place in Baja California or Mazatlan?
Like,
is it Cancun?
The Yucatan side? Yeah, so we stopped at Cancun, yeah. So we had a sales meeting, so it was a big sale, it was a big kickoff. So we all, it was a big, we all had, it was crazy, actually. It was really fucking nuts. I mean, honestly, I have to say, it was crazy. So we were on a sales kickoff, so we had to be there at a certain, they would actually, if you didn't come, if you were not, attending at 8, I think it was 9 a.m. or 8:30, if you were not there, you get fined and stuff. So the meeting was there, but it was crazy because everyone was out all night and stuff. So we stopped at Cancun, and this woman who was a sales rep, and she actually had been recently hired, and I remember, it was I'll never forget this because we, how was this related to what we were debating? Everyone went everywhere, but he had to be back on the ship. So the next morning, woke up, and we were a little bit late. We woke up hearing that, the person that my roommate had she worked with her, and so they were asking, for her. They were asking. The boat was announcing, asking to find her. I was like, holy shit! We're a little bit late, so we were gonna find. But we went into the meeting, and we're like, holy moly! And all the VPs and executives. The CEOs were just literally white-faced out because he didn't get back on the boat. So it was a liability, and it was really fucking scary. It was really, it was really intense because everyone was everyone was very much where is he?
How is this relate? It was not forcefully put back on the ship. Hold on.
Because we left.
The point was that you cannot forcefully make somebody reboard your fucking boat or your ship.
Right. So she was always the one that was left behind. She was the one that missed the boat.
This is probably how it went. Hey guys, I'm gonna stay back. Oh, well, how are you gonna get back then? I'm gonna go back with Jamal and Reggie and them. Those guys over there. All right, man. Sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. All right. We'll see you later, dude. Good luck. That's how it went, probably. And Pepe's right. You can't force people to get. What are they gonna do? Call time and force
chime in real quick? Beaver, can I add, Beaver, before you go, Charles? I want to say this. Someone up here said earlier, you come home with who brought you. That's it's 4 dudes go out to a club, right? You go out somewhere, you go spend the night, down here in Fort Lauderdale, you go to Los Alamos, right? There's only 4 of you, you don't know anybody. 3 of you don't come home, right? You bring home everybody, you go.
So the reason I said that is because they had a responsibility to actually be held accountable for it. So I just want to make sure you understand that. So that's my point.
What the fuck? Can we not yell here? So then, if these people go to the island, and there's a whole shit, it's like them going to a house party. It's like the 4 of them go to a high school house party, and 3 of them leave, they're like, hey man, let's go. And dude's like, well, I'm gonna stay for a little bit longer. They're like, no.
Fuck, I don't want to hang out with you guys. You're shitty people.
Bro, you wanted to fucking stay longer. What the fuck are y'all talking about?
You guys are
See, I just like to point out that something is very suspicious and very odd with Nolan Wells' case because, it's how can I say this? So the fact that we have audio recording Nolan's name on the boat.
Wait. Charles, so you were gonna go, right? Go ahead, Charles.
Appreciate it, yeah. So, you guys have a very valid point where you can't force anybody, you can't make anybody get back on the boat. I resent that. That's 100% correct. But I've heard too many people say these were close friends. Well, at least close enough to go to trust your life, 10 miles away from the mainland on a boat. It's gotta be some kind of friendship here, right? So my point is, so many people.
Somebody was
you're
here
talking about best friends. Your best friends come on. So in that case,
what do you call it?
they should be spearheading the invasion. They should have went back to that island and demanded witnesses.
They should demand filibuster and just go straight into Cheerios.
Every law enforcement agency within miles if this is their
best friend. We don't have this. We have the general public. We have a crowdsourced investigation system where these guys who were so-called Nolan's best friends were sitting at home avoiding people or doing interviews with unrelated reporters who don't have the best interests of the family at heart.
Epstein is not a convicted criminal.
But I'm just curious. So do you think that like Ben Crump or any of these racists that took this case have the best interests of the family? Now we can talk about Ben Crump. We can talk about Jesse Jackson. What they would do to the people that they would grift off of, the black people that would die, they would literally fight with the fucking families to tell them, no, shut your fucking mouth. We are doing the speaking. You're not allowed to say fucking shit. But, we can take for the different that. Because it had to be elaborate. And it had to be a tearjerker for the public. But what I find to be interesting is that you're asking, why are the kids not saying that much right now? Well, they're literally, by black people in the United States being accused of fucking somehow murdering them despite there's zero proof for the murder. What the fuck would you do? Like, if somebody's accusing you of murdering a boy because of his skin color, and then you have all of this, and there's a reason why we're talking about it, and other Americans are talking about it, because it went viral. And yes, these are like 18, 19-year-olds. They're gonna feel.
Get on a boat and make sure the people get on the boat don't come home.
Stop.
No,
See, now, shut your fucking mouth. Now, they are
She acts like she's a captain.
But they obviously are scared. And of course, this is kind of becoming. Okay, shut the fuck up. Dumb bitch. I had to move her to the audience. My apologies. No, I mean, obviously, it's a tragedy. There's literally zero, and I mean zero. If any of these kids were known to be like overt racist, to have been done bad shit, I'm sure that would have kind of come out already. There's none of that. There's literally nothing that looks bad about the boys that he was with. However, a black boy went to an island with a bunch of white boys. He died. That's the narrative that black people want to stand with and say basically, oh yeah, it was somehow there was malicious intent behind how this happened, despite zero fucking proof. And I don't even know why you guys do this. You guys are literally want.
Brother Peppy.
You guys literally want a black death to be caused by white murderers.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm speaking for myself. Brother Peppy, nothing that I just said, nothing in my question had anything to do with murder or anything. I said, all right, so let's look each other in the eye, Peppy. If you and I hung out together and I show up dead, proven dead, they already had my funeral, but you call me your best friend, you're going to sit around and wait for somebody else to get to the bottom of this? I wouldn't do it. If you died, I would not rest until I found out what happened to Peppy. If we're best friends, you see,
I get what you're saying, but this is a case that has the public attention of the whole nation.
But I'm saying don't bring up what Crump and all of them are doing, because they're on a different agenda, and most of it is professional.
But Crump, as an attorney, his biggest fuck up that he did, and I don't even understand why he did this, because this hurts his case. So he was dumb enough to post pictures and messages from somebody who was claimed that they saw Nolan at this party. He posted it on his Instagram page, or reposted it, should I say? And I say he's done for doing that because in a court of law, if they select a group of jurors, 12 jurors, and even one of them has seen those posts, they're subject to be removed because of their bias, because of that. And if they lied and then comes back saying, hey, they come back and say, hey, yeah, I did really see the pictures and the stuff. Guess what? If those 3 white boys are guilty of something, they could turn around and say, hey, we didn't get a fair trial. This juror member came out saying that they were biased because they did see the video. Guess what? Their case gets thrown out. They can never be charged with murder ever again. It'd be double jeopardy because that juror screwed the whole case up because Mr. Crump put this stuff up on his Instagram page and the world saw it. Anyway,
You're saying only white can do it and black can't do it. You're saying the system is one-sided in favor of
No, I'm saying like nobody could do that. No attorney, whether they're white, black, Hispanic, whatever, should do anything that hurts their case, period. Because if they hurt their case, do something like, and I get what he was trying to do. Don't get me wrong. He was trying to put evidence that he had. But the fact that he put this out here damage a case. If he has a legit case, if these boys if they are guilty, that would be a mistrial, correct, Bunny? It would be a mistrial because of that juror or jurors, if there's more than one, knew about this and became biased because of the information that they saw. So I don't even understand why Crumpy would even dare even attempt to put that out there. And if he's a good attorney, he would have known that's a possibility.
I agree.
Okay, let's leave the people who made mistakes. Let's leave them out of it for a minute. Let's deal with the local community, Christina and the government and the place where she pays taxes at. Like, does anybody have to come in from the outside and help?
That's actually a wonderful question. This is what I was going to answer.
That's a great question.
You ask, why did the white kids, didn't they do this crowdfunding? First of all, I don't know if they did put money up.
No, I didn't say crowdfund. I said crowdsource, meaning the investigation and the reporting.
Sure.
The amateur reporting.
I get it, but when it comes to...
when it comes to Democrats, it's always about the money.
But when it comes to... okay, for example, if you were to come into... I'll just speak where I live. I live in Maricopa County. If somebody was to die, and you found the person that was dead, they're going to go to a medical examiner's office. They are going to, do an autopsy. They are going to see whether or not they see signs of a homicide. And then, of course, if they do see that, there is going to be, they're going to task whichever agency, depending on the location, whose jurisdiction it was in, to investigate it. And then they obviously are going to investigate it. So you're asking... it's almost like you're asking, why can't these white kids do this extrajudicial thing where they can step outside of the bounds of law when clearly the corpse was taken into custody by the appropriate authorities that were literally, it was within their jurisdiction, and there was an autopsy done. That's all they can do. The white kids cannot change that. And so it doesn't matter how much money, how much truth-seeking these white kids want to do, the body that was found in that jurisdiction is going to go to the medical examiner's office and be autopsied in that jurisdiction. The law, that is the law. There's nobody who can change that. Doesn't matter how much money is thrown at it. And so that is basically what you saw happen. Now they had a second medical examiner's report, which I guess the trachea, much of the throat and the lungs, I believe, were removed during the autopsy there in that state, and so they couldn't really conclude anything. But we as Americans, we have to entrust in those that have authority in our jurisdictions to carry out their duties. That is exactly what happened. but for whatever reason, I look at this as an excuse. You guys just kind of want to say that somehow because race grifters like Ben Crump wanted to get involved, they went the extra mile, which is bullshit. And quite frankly, this is something that's getting national attention. So you have people that are raising funds and try to demoralize white people, make white people look bad and violent, despite there being zero proof. You guys did this with fucking, who's that asshole that was just sent to prison for like 30 years?
Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, Carmelo Anthony. Like, right out the gate, I listened to all of you motherfuckers say how, like, first you guys made these weird claims, like, oh, he got jumped by them, the week before, or he got jumped, during that, or right before that stabbing, all of this shit. Turns out all of it's bogus bullshit. And, you have what you have.
I heard you got beat by John Kitover.
Despite one instance of evidence that shows that these white boys had anything to do with this boy's death, you guys are still gonna bitch and scream and you feel personally offended by the fact that we will basically express the very warranted doubt, which is based on a complete, utter lack of fucking evidence.
I heard he was working with John Kitover before he went rogue.
Well, quick, really brief point. Can the blacks just not come forward and say, like, okay, we as a community, our conduct is perhaps a bit antisocial for the other societies, and maybe now, like what the black guy did in this video is incorrect, and too many blacks are behaving like this. Right? And maybe they just need to start, instead of always saying, oh, like, me victim, I'm victim. Stop saying victim all the time.
No, bitch, don't do that. Don't call anybody a victim.
Don't disrespect him. He said his part. Disrespecting does no justice to what you're saying. Disrespecting somebody's not having an argument. You have to present some facts by calling him disrespectful.
You don't speak for me.
I know I don't speak for you. You don't speak for me either. But when you address somebody in a debate, talking shit is not winning.
I'm curious to hear everybody's theories about what happened to Nolan Wells. My theory, this is just my opinion. My theory is I think the guys were partying, having a good time. I think Nolan did go talk to this girl. He went back with them. I think they were heavily drinking. I think Nolan got alcohol poisoning, and that's what you could hear in the background of the audio call was, oh shit, he passed out drunk, and they're trying to wake him up, and they're freaking out, they don't know what to do. I think as dumb teenagers, young adults, I think they threw the body overboard. They panicked, they threw the body overboard, they took off, went to go party again elsewhere, and they're trying to cover it up an accident. And they did it completely wrong. Instead of coming forward saying, oh yeah, he got alcohol poisoning, we were all drinking, they blew this up way worse than what it should have been. Because that's what that sounds like to me, is that they were partying, having fun. These are young kids, and me as I'm an adult now, but I remember when I was 18 years old, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the guys too here, when they were 18, they can say they went out partying, drinking with their friends, and they've gotten wasted like numerous times with their friends. And then some of them, they can have one friend that took it a little overboard and was just a really like shit face, and it's not just Nolan and his friends, group of friends that did it. There's numerous groups of people who've gone out drinking underage, at a friend's house, partying, having a good time, and then shit happens, something happens, and because they're kids, or I say kids, but they're young adults, 18, they don't think straight. They're just trying to cover their ass.
The responsibility of the parents and the grown-ups in the community.
And that's why I said this is my opinion. This is my theory. What I think would happen. And and you're right. The grown-ups. The grown-ups in this particular case, I kind of think they jumped the gun. They're pushing and forcing all this instead of taking a seat back, let the justice system work, but yes, stay on top of it so the justice system won't fail them, and not have people do death threats to all these other people, because you don't know, they could be innocent. Like I said, it could have been an innocent party that they were having, a good time they were having. Nolan accidentally drank too much, and because everybody's body reacts different to alcohol. We can drink the same amount. Like 5 people can drink the same amount of alcohol, but one person out of the 5 could be way more drunk than the other people, the other 4. That's just the way it is. That's just how our bodies are. Everybody's body's different, and the alcohol consumption of what happens to us when we drink is all different. So this is a very interesting case. That is my theory. What I think would happen. Does anybody else have any theories? I would love to hear y'all's theory.
I literally think I don't think he was thrown overboard.
Hold on, before I offer there, I just want to say something. I just want people to look to another family who experienced a similar loss, and they didn't do this race baiting thing that this current set of parents are doing. There was a killing of DJ Henry. It did make national news, but the parents didn't go out there and fan the flames of racial hatred. And to me, I think we can learn something from their example. They didn't jump the gun. DJ Henry was killed by police officers. I think after a club let out. It was very controversial at the time. Happened in Massachusetts, I believe. And the black kid killed by officers. They shot him right through the windshield. I don't think he hurt. I can't remember all the details. But anyways, the parents had every opportunity to make it a racial thing, and they didn't take the bait. And that family to me stands as an example of how to deal with all kinds of pressure in the midst of such trauma, because you lose your son suddenly. So as you were just speaking, the previous speaker, I just wanted to point that out. DJ Henry's parents, they did it the right way.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know about the man, Cindy. I didn't know about that case. That's interesting to know.
Yeah, we also got to blame social media for making it a race issue as well. Not just the parents. We got to blame media as well.
Absolutely. Social media. It's been a pain in the ass for society, because things get blown out of proportion or things get misinterpreted, and especially cases like this. And it's not the first time this has happened. Look with the Carmelo Anthony case. People were jumping the gun saying, "Oh, Carmelo's innocent. He's the victim. He was doing self-defense." I'm like, okay, but how does stabbing someone in the chest? How is that an equal reaction to somebody pushing you? I'm not gonna stab someone just because they push me. That's especially after they told me numerous times to leave. Why would you stay when you had numerous people telling you numerous times to leave? I'm just saying. I'm bringing up a point here. As people need to just stop. Stop blowing things up, making it way worse than what it actually is. And let's focus on the facts. Let's get the facts. Let's get the justice. If it is a murder, whatever, let's do this the right way, and not use social media to corrupt the case or screw the case over for the innocent party.
And not only that, there are shows about plenty of black people that don't get broadcasted, and a lot of people don't know about their stories. There's a podcast called Black Girl Gone Missing. So there's a lot of us there. So why blown up, I don't know. It's to do with social media.
It got blown up because, first of all, you have people like Ben Crump, who their sole fucking job is to grift off of, happens that's when it comes to that whole thing that happened. This is something like one of the most milquetoast things they've invested their time in. there is zero goddamn evidence. There's still zero evidence that anything malicious happened. Yet, these people are so goddamn motivated by making it look like there was something racial. Like they're fighting some kind of injustice. Hey, look, pay me, listen to me, look at me. I'm your fucking Lord and Savior. I will uncover the debauchery that the white race is doing to black people. And that, yeah, one of you motherfuckers drowns on an island. It's white people's fault. You know, you can't trust these dirty fucking crackers. They're conniving pieces of shit. But here, you can listen to me, the guy that will tell you the truth, that can overlook, or not overlook, but basically see through the cracker and his evil ways. And it's just like, it's fucking tiresome and it's boring. Like, actually find like real instances of fucking injustice. I mean, if racism is so goddamn common as Ben Crump would like you to believe, I'm sure he could find over racism and what people are doing out of their belief system. But they can't do that. They have to fucking chase like fucking stories like this, which is, I'm not gonna say it's common, but it's relative. It happens, all the fucking time. People, young men go out on boats, they inner tube, they do all of this stuff. They fucking drown. They're found dead. That's a regular occurrence here in Arizona, just in fucking rivers and lakes.
Well, hell, I mean, it happens all the time over here, too. Just recently, they just fished out 2 people out the river.
Okay, so why?
Okay.
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, black girl.
I hear what you're saying, Pepe. However, you have to look at history. Black people got blamed for crimes they didn't even commit. Got blamed for things that they didn't even commit. Okay? And got lynched. So there's a history there. So that's probably a lot of the reasons why black people protest and do all this and that out in the streets, because of our history.
So are you saying that you guys should be able to do that?
You can't erase that to fix the problem. You can't erase that. So there is a history there. Bottom line.
Right, you're absolutely right. There is a history there, but and in turn, a group of people cannot use something that happened as motivation to be fighting protesters and creating riots. In turn, that makes you just as bad as the people that you're blaming. You're no better if you become violent.
I actually watched it. It's an interesting case. It's a guy from Massachusetts.
You all want people to go out there and
he was a guy
says common sense. 2 wrongs don't make a right.
No, you're correct.
You all want us to go protest with you all in Los Angeles about immigration, about them taking away immigrants. So what are you talking about?
Well, illegals don't belong here, first of all. If they're illegal, they're committed a crime. So, yeah, they're going to get deported.
So, Black, I would say this. Like, I watched, it was interesting. It was a guy who was raped by his Boy Scout, a grown man who was like a...
I'll think I'll live back opening day.
Amazing. So, he worked, this guy worked in law enforcement. Lo and behold, ended up encountering that guy one day, 30 years later, killed him. Now, the judge did ultimately, he was found guilty because he did do it. That gave him the minimum 7 years in New Jersey. Now, first of all, that is something this dude actually experienced. He got raped as a little kid, and the guy who raped him proceeded to beat his dog while it was yelping, crying. Then the dog tried to hide behind the boy, And he said, you know, you see what happened there. Like, I will do that to you if you end up telling anybody about what happened today. And like, just the amount of terror that boy had to go through. And of course, he was a man when he ended up killing him. I can say that, like, okay, there's some justification there. He had to experience it himself. He was literally traumatized. You know, you can talk about, like, oh, the trauma that's carried over, you know, from generations. When you motherfuckers, black people in America have it better than every other group of black people in the world. You guys do.
Peppy, listen to
That's
me.
a fact.
All right, Peppy. Let me ask the room. How many people do you think, or is it reported, that was on that island that day? You think it's easy to find out?
Reported.
Does anybody know? On Horn Island on the 4th of July.
What would they report? They'd have to see someone drown.
No, I said how many people do you think that was on that island?
Well, there were videos that showed dozens of people on that.
Right. Okay. So my point is, those videos showed everybody within eyeshot of everybody. Right? So if that was you and me, my parents or your parents, my family or your family, we would be out, we would demand witnesses, we would demand answers before we called Trump or Crump or anybody and Sharpton or anybody. It's so easy. If you look at the videos, it's impossible that somebody could be standing there drinking and then drown and me not know. Or get murdered and me not know it. Not accusing anybody. I'm just saying, what are we dealing with here, people? Forget about race. Forget about law enforcement stupidity. Forget about drinking. We're close. We set out to have a on top of each other type of party on the 4th of July. Now, how am I getting killed and you don't see anything? Or how am I going to drown and you don't at least attempt to save me?
Sure, I would say this. So if you look in Arizona, like on Salt River, people chew on it every year. Now, when you go
talking
there,
about more people together within eyeshot,
that's
within
what I'm talking
reach.
about. On the river, there's never a time on the river where you do not see dozens of people within your eyesight. Yet, for whatever reason, people drown during that time.
And it's easily reported because eyewitnesses.
And they often discover the body, or they can't find somebody.
You're talking about a fast-moving river compared to a slow-moving beach.
So, hold on. Let's say I need to go take a shit. Or take a piss. Now,
Then you would tell my parents that.
While their bodies underwater.
You would tell my parents that. Or I would tell your parents that. You went to take a crap.
No, what I'm saying is that, like, people have this disgusting habit of, like, literally pooping while they're in their chew. And almost everybody pees in the river.
You're grossing this out, man. Here's one
But if
more
you don't
for
want to be
before I
seen
go.
shitting and there's no toilet paper, like, the best way to do it is literally, like, in
facilities on the boat. There's facilities on the boat, man. All those boats
Not
out
if the
there.
boat left. Not if the boat left them behind.
All right, here you go, Peppy. One more question for you. Did you happen to see the video of when they say it's Nolan? They put a red circle around him, and they said that he was leaning. Well, it looks like he's leaning over, so we see his back. Did you see that video by any chance?
No.
No? Anybody
anybody? Did anybody see that? Yeah. What video was it? I'm sorry, you cut off on my side. Okay, so there was a footage of a boat, and they say that it was Nolan's back to the whoever was taking the video. Oh yes, I saw that video. Right. So I thought that it was all kids on that boat, but I see an older figure. Right, I saw you can't, like, when I saw it, I couldn't make heads or tails if that was Nolan. The video was not clear enough, and it's not a distinctive enough image to 100% say that was Nolan. Right, I get that, but that's not my point. I'm saying on that same boat, in the center of the boat, facing the camera, the black figure was not facing the camera. We can only see the back. So we don't know if that was Nolan or not. There was an older figure on that boat. Did anybody see that? I'm curious. It seems like... Now that you say that, I heard that. Yeah, and this is all teenagers out there, right? Partying. So what is this old dude doing out there on the boat? The same boat that Nolan is on. I'm wondering if that's only because I've heard of a grandpa in the picture who owned the boat, who had the CTO subscription. Okay? So my point is that fact that what I think I see is an older guy on the boat that shouldn't have been nowhere around. I'm thinking he let his grandson take the boat out with his friends on 4th of July to have a good time. But yet, here it looks like this older figure on the boat. Then, at the end of the CTO call, the dispatcher calls her chief, who I guess is the one who goes out and rescues people, and the chief said that he had already talked to the grandfather, and the grandfather said, "Don't worry about it. There's no trouble. Don't come." All right. Thanks for the mic. See, I have another theory to what might have happened to Nolan. This sounds more logical to me than the first one I said. So the thing that I just came up with, just thinking about what happened. What if he was on the boat with his friends? They were heading back, but guys are guys. Kids are kids. Teenagers are stupid. They do stupid stuff. And because they were drinking, what if whoever was driving the boat, stepped on the gas or made the boat go faster? And because of that initial jerk in the beginning when the boat takes off, what if Nolan fell off, like he hit his head or like he hit the engine and then rolled off, and nobody even knew he fell off until they realized, oh shit, where's Nolan? And then they did a turnaround. By the time they turned around to Nolan was already dead. He drowned.
Okay, but if he was hit by the boat's fan,
let's not accuse
that would be
anybody.
Very obvious in the autopsy. But
no, I'm saying that he hit the top of it, not the blades.
Question. So I understand, and I don't believe that saying this get to the truth. They don't necessarily think it had to do with race, but they are so vested in this case because they wanted it to do with race. I mean, really.
No, yeah, I could see that. I mean, there's this case. The first thing I heard was all white boys. So the 3 white boys and 1 black guy on the boat. Come on now. There's got to be some kind of racist thing going on. I was like, well, how do you know it's racist? Why are you assuming just because there's 3 white boys and 1 black boy on the boat, you're assuming that it's a racist thing? Like, that in itself is racist. Assuming the worst of people. You don't even know. Nobody knows what happened but those people that were there. And sooner or later, somebody's going to crack because of guilt. Because guilt's a SOB. Eventually, yes, sir. Eventually, it's going to come out. And if it was an accident, okay, it was an accident, these kids should not have postponed telling the truth as long as they had been. They should have just came out from the get-go saying, hey, something happened, it was an accident. we didn't mean for him to die, or we didn't want him to die. So it just happened. We're sorry. And do their due diligence just like a normal human being, instead of like postponing the truth and dragging this out like it is, and putting other people's lives in danger. Because that poor little girl, her family had been getting death threats, and so the rest of the boys have been getting death threats. And it's sad that people who don't even know what happened are sitting. Sick can you be to be sending death threats to strangers that you don't even know, and you don't even know what the truth is?
Okay, you done? I wanted to give my take on this. Thank you. And my phone is not showing up. I don't know why.
It is.
Hey, Mom, dear.
Hey, I see it.
Hi, Miss Fifi.
Hey.
Hi, Miss Fifi.
Hey.
We love you. Hey, yo, Teresa. All the girls are here.
I would like to give my take on what I believe happened. Well, not happened, but just go with me with this. I never thought it was race. Never. Okay? I think it was like the horseplay gone wrong / now check this out. I think Nolan may have ingested something. Whether it was some sort of pill or something, he has some kind of, reaction or what have you. You know what I mean? Or he may have been, what do you call it, alcohol poison, and for some strange reason, he was in his head. Maybe they was planned. I don't know, but I do know this. When they called that tow company, they didn't answer. She got an ear. And so, and you heard when that call, she was like, was everybody okay? Just go back and listen to that. And she told her boss, right? Her boss was trying to get her, like, oh, where they told to the grandma, and she was kind of like pushing back a little bit to kind of cover her butt, like, you don't want me to go, like that kind of thing. So bottom line, I think they panicked. They called Pop, that's his boat. And they drinking and fucking on that water. And guess what? The water is so I think they panicked. That's what I'm thinking. Some kind of way they panicked. And now I was wrong.
Maybe next week, bitch.
Thank you. This shit's so retarded. I don't even know what to say.
It's crazy.
Why didn't you bring me up, Pepe? You couldn't even thank the people allowed.
I love you, my beautiful love. Okay.
I left your ass in the audience. I was too busy crunching and chewing. I even called you.
Really? Oh yeah, I just see it now. My bad. I was eating. You're correct. How come you didn't call me, Iman? Oh, that's true. That's true. I didn't realize I was eating off mic. That's so embarrassing.
You always do that. I was like, 20 minutes Mexican food again. Crunch, crunch.
Right there.
I bet you want to say hello.
He was laying back swimming and then fixing stuff and they panicked on that one.
It's a shame.
It is.
I agree on this. Thing that's what happened. I think there was some kind of horseplay, and it was an accident, obviously, which I mean, at least to me is what it sounds like. Especially listening to the video call, the audio of the video or the phone call.
You're probably right. What I hear on here. So when you're out on the water drinking and taking gummies or smoking weed or doing whatever, can still be charged for that?
They were underage, yes. Underage. That's what.
Yes, it's called voting under the influence.
Charged with anything?
Not
Like that?
that thing. Because.
So, what? Okay, so if they don't pick it up and that city.
But they have to prove, like, that's like kind of the difficult part, is they have to prove, like, within hours that you are driving under the influence. They can't, if they don't have any proof, it doesn't matter. Even the witness testimony doesn't matter.
Is that why they waited? You think the grandfather probably said, all right, we're going to figure out something in the meantime, time is marching on, and then.
Well, technically, since the grandfather, they said it was the grandfather who owns the boat, right? The boys were just borrowing the boat. Correct?
Yeah, they would grab a boat.
Yeah, okay. So under their law in Mississippi, because it's the same in Texas, you know, the law states that whoever owns a boat, whatever happens on that boat, they're responsible whether they're on the boat or not. Because the boat is registered to them, they have a responsibility as the boat owner to make sure all the rules and laws are being followed.
Okay, but that sounds like it sounds like a law that would, it'd be like something that would have to be litigated in civil court, not necessarily criminal.
Now, the only exception to that is that if there is a crime that was taking place on the boat. I apologize, go ahead. I just wanted to finish.
I'm sorry, it's federal waters, guys. That's federal waters.
So does that mean to
It's not federal water, it's international waters.
So who has jurisdiction over that?
Well, I mean, if you're the thing is, though, is that when it comes to maritime law, this is where it becomes really dicey, but for the most part, like, for example, even when it's not we're not using maritime law, if I was to, like, let's just say, kill and rape an American woman in Mexico, and I went back to the United States, I would be murder in America. That's within their because that's generally so. The reason, hold on. The reason you have to go to extremes is generally for the federal courts, or the federal court, to prosecute you have to do something extreme. If I was stealing in Mexico, or
this is the world's largest manufacturing costs. And you know the crazy thing about this human chain? Solid prior
So regarding this is a maritime laws, whether it be international waters or not, whatever country in the state that boats are registered to, the enforcement of that city's they're responsible for the investigation under maritime law.
Yeah, so if you
salmon that will make any chef jealous.
If you do something, if I was in Mexico and do something bad to an American, I can be tried to an American, or be tried in America. In maritime law, pretty much the same thing. I do something bad to an American,
No, you cannot. I don't know where you get that, but no, if you commit a crime in Mexico, it would be punishable under Mexico.
Actually, in Mexico and
This is
United
something. This is
States.
something. Hold on. This is something that's actually very misunderstood. If you commit a crime in Mexico, yes, it is punishable under Mexican law. But if you, let's just say, you do something horrible, like murder, rape, kidnap, something egregious, America will try you for that crime that you committed to a fellow American in Mexico. And hold on. What's really funny, no, because if you were to look at, no, because if you go, hold on, if you were to look at, even when it comes to Mexican citizens that never step foot in America, when they do this to Americans, they are also considered, fugitives that need to be brought to justice in America. So, yes, you can absolutely try for something you do, okay, in a foreign country to a fellow American.
Yes. If you are an American citizen, like on a cruise ship, and you commit a crime like against your wife, you kill your wife,
or against any American,
or against another American citizen. But however, typically, the typical case, if you were an American citizen and you committed a crime in Mexico, you would be subject, right? And not the case that it was a Mexican person. You would be subject to Mexican court if you committed a crime.
Yeah, sure. No. But the difference is though is that, let's say if I was caught in Mexico, I would be subject to the Mexican justice system. And in America, they would want me to be extradited and probably face additional charges. Now, let's just say I was on spring break and I raped and killed, some girl. And then I came back, I was able to get back, I wasn't called by the Mexicans. I would be tried here in the United States. Mexico would seek my extradition. We would not grant that extradition. I would federally be tried for that rape, murder, the rest of my life in a prison, a federal prison, for that rape and murder that occurred in Mexico. And so it's not,
this is an international law. You have to be 200 nautical miles away from the coastline for being international. So it's a stupid ass thing. I personally think that what's up, people? What's up, Fanatic?
What's up, Trent?
I personally think that this is the most likely enactment around the county. I think that the racialization of this is unfortunate, and I think it's because I hang out with a lot of Caucasian people and have been on boats like this many times, and it's never anything racial. There are fights, there are things that happen, especially in your 20s, but it's not racial motivated, and I just think this was most likely at this point an unfortunate accident that may have involved alcohol and drugs.
If that was the case,
now, can I please?
go ahead, listen.
I was just saying, Frank, came in a little late. We weren't talking about race, and I'm hoping this stage, this is your way of saying anything about race, because we're not talking about race in this particular situation. We're talking about how either a cover up or a series of unfortunate events. These guys gone, they wasn't around, but you know one thing, you were underage drinking on the boat. So it's just a lot of bad decisions I think happen.
We all underage drinking on boats.
You know what? I'm not even
Okay, if she finishes here.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because Trey coming at me like I'm saying something against you and then I hate you. We all have, I'm not thinking of my point of view. And you go out with white boys, I get it. We all go out with a mixed group, and it's all good. That's why let's stay away from that.
And that has to do with it. I think the bigger yeah, because so I think the bigger. Do you want me to answer you? I think the bigger part of this is the possibility of cocaine use.
We all said that.
Okay, gotcha. So if that's happened, messages would get deleted. Things would be hidden. Doesn't mean that you're hiding a body. You know, I don't think that there was a body hidden. I don't think, because you would have to get 20 people, boys and girls, to agree to go along to something that they weren't even part of, and that just in this situation is completely. But what is a possibility is I don't think that Nolan ever got on the boat. I think he was. I think he remained on the island. I think he remained on the island.
I definitely get what you're saying, Trent. This is the thing, because you've been social president, that's why I'm interjecting. I think at your position, you hang around.
Wait. He's barely been talking. And, I'm going to go to bed, so I'm not going to be talking much anymore. But this motherfucker did not get... hold on. This motherfucker did not get to even make his whole goddamn point without being interrupted like 10 fucking times. That is bullshit. Like, Trent gets to say his fucking piece.
Go on, Trent, finish it.
Anonymous speaking to him. He's saying, everybody drinks on the boat, this, that, and the other, but is everybody turning up with a dead body at the end of the night?
Look, I've been in a situation.
But they looking in something alcohol, yes, they can sometimes drown. It's very common.
You know that, but what I'm saying is he's saying everybody's done that, everybody's still doing it, I've never ended up.
I've done it. I don't know how many times I've been in it. Here's a really fucked up part. When you're on a river or you're in the ocean or in a lake, when you're drinking, for whatever, I think it's because like your equilibrium is kind of already thrown off. Like you drink and you don't realize how drunk you are until you get on land. And that is like one of the things where I've experienced it a few times, and it's just like, well, as soon as I hit land, it's like, bro, it's the middle of the day, you're so fucked up. Like,
but you didn't end up with a dead body, right?
Thank you. But it happens all the time. That is literally on any weekend, out of any big weekend, you get, okay, on any holiday weekend, okay, here in Arizona, on a lake, or a river, doesn't matter where, you get several deaths. That is just what ends up happening.
We know what happens, man. That doesn't make it right.
There's a good issue. It's not to make it murder.
So here, let me just say there's a combination of factors. If there was cocaine, if I can just finish. If this is the reason why. Yeah, so the reason why they made an accident, if they find that there was cocaine use involved, because of the heat. When you have heat combined with cocaine usage, especially if you're not used to your cocaine, because I'm in the auto industry. I've been around a lot of people that use cocaine. I'll just tell you that.
So they should be charged with something then, because the other ones are dead.
Let me land. So what they are probably likely investigating would be who brought cocaine, who gave that person, like Lynn Bias, if y'all remember that, Maganadian.
Yeah, who said there was cocaine at all? Why are you stipulating that there was cocaine?
Because Officer Tatum did say that there was cocaine usage and that it was about 100% that.
How would he know that it was cocaine?
Because he's talked to people that say that he's talked to people that he's talked to people.
He said it was cocaine.
No, he's talked to people that have said that it is 100% that Nolan was taking cocaine. Now again, until we get to talk to
He got it from the white guys.
See what I'm
Yeah, so
saying? That part
No, I
Why are they lying? They said in interviews that they're lying.
so if you look at it, what a grand jury, so just FYI, what a grand jury would be instigating would be a manslaughter charge, which is why the police are being very close, because they want to know who brought cocaine, who gave it, who was doing it with Nolan, if that is in fact what happened.
So they
And if
no, they're not going to charge manslaughter. They will stop charging
no, that's what you don't understand. Maybe if you bring cocaine and somebody uses cocaine and then they have a heart attack and die, even if it's an accident, yes.
He didn't have a heart attack.
And who went
He
to
didn't
the
have a heart
hood and got
attack.
the cocaine, Norm?
Okay, because he is so happy again.
Why you ask? No, I'm saying there wasn't
Y'all acting
cocaine.
like black men don't be doing drugs and alcohol. Y'all gotta stop this shit.
Nobody
Stop that.
Because Norm said that they probably asked me how I knew they didn't go to the hood.
Oh, let's don't do that. We didn't say that.
No, I'm not talking about you, ma'am. If it's none on the, I'm talking. Who want to sit there and these black boys is not out here indulging in this goddamn type of activity? Why
You
you
don't
think
go
we
out
come
and
with
kiss
those
into the
white
boat.
boys?
Race, though, serious. We weren't talking about race. We was trying to stay.
Man, I'm not hearing none of that shit.
We were trying to stay away from race because they always blaming us, saying, "Oh, they talking about race, race."
But I'm not looking at it as a race thing, ma'am. And the type of behavior and what they're indulging in, which is drugs. So where the fuck is the lack of
Wait,
the lack of
there's no evidence of drugs.
for these children to have access to drugs?
Kids do get drugs, yes, it's true, in high school.
Just like they don't mind going to go find some random ass adults to pay to get them some alcohol.
They have means and access. They can get that drug anytime they want.
Pop got them the beer.
Well, I heard from a woman, like, that area is known to be pretty currency. It's full of, like, undertows, full of currents, like, it's not a safe space, not a safe place to be swimming, right? I mean,
The coroner says that people drown there every year.
yeah, I mean, it's like, it's got a name for it by the locals. I forgot the name, it's like, it's dangerous. Fuck.
That's the sad part. Because maybe they too many people there and it's so-called friends. That's the problem.
Well, they don't go to, like,
They were
nefarious shit.
mad that
It's
he
not
was getting all
nefarious.
the white girls.
Well, it's made up stories. You're making up stories.
See, I could tell you as a person who lived, like I said, like I lived on the coast, I lived on a small fishing town, and I could tell you straight out that the undertows or the rip currents are strong and fast. You could just be barely walking in water, like waist deep water, if that, and these things will pull you under, and they'd be sending your ass out deep into the ocean. And by the time you know the person is gone,
Too many
by the time you
eyes
realize
out
the
there,
person's
you would have
gone,
been
their
sick.
body could be miles down. Their bodies could be miles down the coastline by the time the body pops up.
That's a fact. But there are too many eyes not to say that happened.
No, listen, we just had, so I live on the coast, the Texas coast, right next to South Padre. We just had yes, ma'am. We just had a 41-year-old drown in South Padre. It happens every year, like Mr.
And you're
just
here,
said.
you're telling us about it. See how easy that was?
They get caught in the rip currents. It happens when you're in the ocean, especially in between islands. It is very dangerous if you get off the sand. We just had 5 people drown
No power.
in Ohio River trying to save each other. Rip currents can be very dangerous. It can happen. And
So all these people who went to that island that day are scared to say that?
What's that?
Exactly. Why not say that? You know why? I just don't.
So I get drowning and didn't do anything.
Y'all ever heard of an experiment one thing, but there's another thing that's happening on one side, but they don't even pay attention to that because that's not what they're focused on.
So you're trying to tell me they had tunnel vision over this way, so they didn't.
Right, they're all drinking and partying. Nobody's going to pay attention to. There's always going to be a blind spot in a group.
Y'all are insane. Hold on. Let me just say something, okay? Hold on. It's cold out here and I'm trying to jump up into the shower. So listen, okay? Y'all priorities fucked up. Do y'all know the Tupac case? The Tupac murder case is starting next week? In 2 days.
Really?
In 2 days. And you guys are sitting here like a bunch of monkeys on a Saturday night worried about this dumb fucking kid that got drunk and drowned. Like, are you kidding me? The trial of the century is about to happen, and you guys are worried about some dumb fucking monkey stabbing some white kid in the chest and some dumb stupid shit about some dumb black kid that drowned in a boat. Nobody cares about that shit. It took 3 fucking decades for them to set a trial. Be quiet. The trial's on the 10th. The trial starts on the 10th. You don't have the answers. Who's being charged?
Yeah, see. Thank you.
Who's being charged?
There's about 4,500 drownings per year in the U.S.
Oh, God.
All of that in the last month is black people trying to find
and we weren't talking about race
for this kid's drowning. It was an accident.
Talking about race.
That's all there
Right
is.
hand, left hand.
Now we got
about
the
race.
cocaine
We were not talking about race.
we got
Alan! Bring it
you
up.
know,
Alan, shut up.
it's embarrassing.
No,
It's embarrassing.
You're embarrassing.
Trying to cope. Okay, it's a tragic accident. It's sad.
Well, let's go
sad.
on. Why did they bring it on mute?
A bunch of crump pansy around trying to make it racial.
Wait, you're the one came up here making it racial.
Wait, is that a new one? A Ben Crump Pansy?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They're talking about race. If anything, these people are talking about
They made it about race.
Yeah,
you hide like crump.
You guys are kind of being racial about this shit, bro. You want this crime. You want to be a crime.
Don't be surprised if you're going to get some pushback for your dumb shit. That's all there is to it. And white people are looking at us and say, black people are really doing some dumb shit now over this bill.
Well, in all honesty, sir, it's not even just black people are doing dumb shit. You men are just doing dumb shit. You males are just doing dumb shit. Y'all are just dumb fucking people. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the white boys out here doing dumbass decisions. It's these black boys out here doing dumbass decisions. It's just a pattern of you dumb XY ass niggas. What are we talking about? You stupid ass fucking coon.
Well, you know what?
Well, how about you go find that other chromosome, bitch? Find that other chromosome. How about that? How about, look, you tried to make it about race and monkeys and all this. Sound like albino monkeys to me. Sound like albino monkeys to me. Pooping and coking around. You know what I'm saying? You know what they say about people who like to coke and drink coke and drink. I mean, you know, that's why y'all motherfuckers drink so much damn coke. You know what I'm saying?
Anyways,
if you nigglets, you XYs need to make better decisions. You fucking punks.
Yeah, so real quick, Matt, what I actually came in here to say, and Beaver, Pepe, the Houthis just hit the Saudi Aramco plant. It's massively on fire, apparently. I don't know if you guys have seen it. But we may be back in it. Apparently they hit it with 2 ballistic missiles and it's on fire. So I'm looking at the August 10th oil predictions, and they're going to be north probably of $80 if you want to get in. That's really what I would come in and say.
Say that again, Trent. What happened?
The Houthis hit the Saudi Aramco plant. It was impacted with 2 ballistic. It's on fire. It's the gas plant. So looking at oil climbing,
good to see you, buddy.
Likely
Hope
on
things are going
this
good
happened
for
about an hour
you.
ago. Looking at oil.
Who does cocaine in the auto industry? Me.
Hello.
Good question.
Good question.
Those things happen in all industries.
Ross, you want to come up in the co-mod with me, buddy? I think it's time we take it all over, buddy. Stop being such a pussy.
There's prevalence in any industry that has high usage of hours.
I'm gonna kick you from my Trump room. You go back to the main room.
I work in the auto industry. I know.
Come on,
there's a lot
Wallace,
of
get up
cocaine.
here. No?
There's
All right,
traditionally in the auto industry there has been pretty significant cocaine use. It's been a part of our industry. Not as much.
It's the rock star of industry. Like you guys are just.
Now we switched to rock stars and Red Bulls, which is actually maybe worse for you in some ways. But
Have you done that?
Nate Rick James said it best. Cocaine's one hell of a drug, man.
It is one hell of a drug. But no, I thought the bigger story is what's happened in Saudi Arabia.
Did you say they hit Aramco?
They hit Saudi Aramco.
Wow, that's the biggest oil company.
It is the biggest oil company.
Yeah, in the world.
And so I was just trying to tell Matt and the others that look for oil to be pointing up on Monday. Y'all be good. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Thank you, Drew. God bless you. Try to be safe, man.
It's pushing it's pushing people away from Iran, where we have to have pipelines away from them. Just completely breaking off from any contact with Iran. So they can keep all their shenanigans, but who's going to hold out longer, bro? Their currency has collapsed. I can take $1 into in Iran and be a millionaire. Their water, they don't have much. Their agriculture is shot. What do they have? Well, yeah, it's a small inconvenience for us. Our fuel prices are up a little bit. Not anything like Joe Biden or Obama did in their era as well. But, so it's going to be a small pain for a short gain. But I think ultimately we're going to be able to hold out longer here. And at the same time, we're going to be making pipelines and making deals and getting away from Iran completely. It's going to fuck them in the ass. It's our game.
For the pain.
It's our game. Yeah.
No, but what is the game?
Ultimately, man, the IRGC is just going to be irrelevant, right? I just think that, they're probably going to cozy up more to the Axis powers, which I would consider that be, Russia, China, North Korea, Iran. That's kind of been inevitable anyway, right? Clear lines are going to be cut, and drawn, and I don't know. I just think that as far as them being able to, hold hostage the oil flow of the world, that's soon going to be over. Inevitably, it's going to be over, right? And they're not diversified, man. That's their main currency system is oil and gas. So we fucking cut that off or make it painful for them, then I think that we're going to be okay.
I'd like to point out that mountain. I like your picture there, dude. That's hilarious. I give you props on that mountain.
No, I just looked it up.
Such a great movie.
I just looked it up. There was minimal damage done to the plants. They were able to contain the fires, and it's not affecting their output at all. So.
Oh, that's a good to hear, man.
Yeah. Well, that's according to Google. So take it.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about my PTR?
Oh, where's mom at?
Right here.
PTR.
Pull to refresh profile photo. Oh, look
Say that again?
Look at you, Beaver.
You're gonna learn.
Yeah. You're such a feckless little cunt, Beaver. You're gonna look.
Hey, Rich.
Yeah.
Where is it in the Quran is it in the Quran where Muhammad is sucking another guy's dick?
Which one?
In the Quran?
That is so disrespectful.
Why? It's part of the text.
Is it really from the text, or y'all just?
Well, that's what I'm trying to remember. Well, Rich was talking about it. He sleeps with Aisha. She's she's not, and then she's jerking him off, whatever it is. He was talking about it the other day. I just wanted to confirm it. Did he leave?
Yeah, he left.
Oh well.
Can a white man speak?
He's over.
I'm speaking to a white man. Go ahead, white man.
From the deep south, this be the white man. The deep south right now. Let me tell you what. I got a gripe. Will not let Royce White in. These prejudiced WNBA owners need to let Royce White be in the league. Because men have the right too. Why wouldn't men be able to play in the WNBA?
Because.
What is a woman? Define to me what a woman is then.
Ask Anne.
Oh, that's a good response, actually.
Well, that's the genius of the whole thing with Royce White and all them, because they're forcing the WNBA to say it's for women only. And once they say it's for women only, now they kind of shot themselves in the foot.
They're gonna say something like in their chart it's gonna be for well-intentioned women, or women playing under good faith, or some bullshit like that.
You know, it's sad that the world has come to this where we have to define what a woman is, and common sense and knowing what a woman is to protect women in sports. And
They're the only
very
ones
sad.
that defining women. It's literally only you guys on Clubhouse. No one else in the world still talks about this.
Yeah, they do, Charles.
Yeah, I hear it all the time on the news.
Yeah, Jarl, Google Clay Travis. He put up $10 million. So a lot of people care about it.
Yeah, that's always the last defense. Oh, nobody's talking about this. You guys are worried about nothing. Oh.
No one is talking about this. It's really just you guys.
That's funny because there's two basketball players now who are submitting themselves for the WNBA draft.
This is according to the WNBA players union, it's reserved only for women. And
Alan,
now you have everyone.
You're not even addressing the point, Alan.
Alan, hold on, Joe. Alan, listen. The commissioner of the WNBA is commencing a special meeting for them to determine what defines a woman. Carl, you have no idea what you're talking about. The commissioner of the WNBA feels like this is a special moment that needs to define what an actual woman is.
And nobody cares except you guys.
So then why are they meeting about it?
Yeah, he's playing the game of I'm gonna ignore what you say.
Really, I don't care. So, like normal people who don't care,
Are you
like 99% of people who are not eternally online, I don't care.
Are you a narcissist that the world only revolves around you, and if you don't, if you don't perceive it as something to be addressed, then the rest of the world doesn't either?
You're just obsessed, and I think it's worth pointing out that you live your life whichever story makes a black woman or a black person or whatever minority look bad, so that you can talk about it on Clubhouse. That's all you do. Your life.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with men not going and physically hurting girls or taking away, you know, the effort that a girl like a gymnast or a swimmer or a basketball player who practices her whole life from the age of 5 to the age of 18 and then have that opportunity taken away by some dumb fucking bitch of a man who decides, oh, I'm going to pretend to be a woman so I can beat everybody up and get my jollies by injuring women. Yeah, I'm obsessed with dumb fucks like that. You're absolutely right. And people like me and everybody else is going to make sure that these tranny, violent, dumb fuck men who think that putting on makeup and putting on a dress makes them a woman, we're going to make sure they crawl back under the rock they came from and go back to hiding so that we don't have to see their ugly 250-pound bodies dressed up in heels and skirts and upset the rest of the world. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, on that note too, Joel, you're saying what people say when they don't have an argument to the issue. You know this shit doesn't make sense, and this was never a problem just 5 years ago.
Normal people don't have arguments for this. Normal people don't spend every fucking goddamn day on this app debating every single race issue over and over.
We talk about this when the shit is brought up. We're responding, Joel, we're responding to something. We didn't bring this fucking discussion up. We didn't start saying, hey, what is a woman? We're not sure what that is. No, motherfuckers are saying, hey, a guy with a dick and balls can say that he's a woman, and then we can start talking about pregnant people. Instead of understanding that women are only type of fucking people that get pregnant. They brought this to our fucking attention. Not us. We didn't provoke this shit. We're responding. So don't put this on us. Go to that community and ask that community why the fuck they bring it to our table. All right? If they didn't want us to talk about it, they would never brought this shit up. We're responding to this dumb shit. And you're trying to defend it by saying, hey, you guys don't want to talk about this. No, motherfucker, it exists now. And they're trying to spill their bullshit into our world.
Well, here's the solution. Reopen insane asylums and throw people and their supporters in there and give them the mental health they need, period. That's how you solve the issue.
Yeah, stop bringing this shit to us and acting like we shouldn't respond to it. Like, you brought this to us. Because logically, if we did talk about it, the fucking WNBA wouldn't exist at all, period. It would just be a bunch of guys who did not make the NBA just playing in basically what is a D League. It would be the NBA and basically the fucking D League. Because that's what WNBA will turn into D League. For those who don't know, D League is developmental league for guys who don't make it to the NBA or who supposedly still trying to make it to the NBA. But right now, you're saying, well, what they're saying, women and men are virtually fucking saying that you can just call yourself arbitrarily any time you want to and shoot into those spaces interchangeably. That's fucking dumb. It's the same logic why we don't let adults play with children. There are genetic differences of why we don't let it happen. And then you're pretending like we shouldn't talk about it, knowing that it's going to be a fair advantage for one group or other. This is fucking dumb, Joel.
You can't win, Jarl. I don't know why you keep trying.
Some of you will wake up and realize that you are obsessed and you just want to debate whatever fucking race or gender topic is in the news that day. And you literally sit here every day obsessing on what is the latest topic that we can turn into some kind of race or gender war. It's insane. It's delusional.
Just bend the knee before it's too late.
Yeah, Jarl, do your thing, dude. Bend it.
It's always about race in here, you know?
Like I said,
You got people that are
we just,
rape.
that's like I said, we just got to reopen insane asylums and throw all the crazy people and their supporters in there and get them help. And this shit, period.
What's that, Black? Your name is Black Girl. And then you brought up race.
Yeah, my name is Black. I'm a proud Black woman. To the people.
That's people's identity, bro. You know? I should just call myself white. What's up, guys?
You were brought up in a huge argument earlier. I just stumbled into a room and they were bitching about you let Mountain up on your stages, and it was wow. They were going on about you.
What room was that?
Misa.
Misa?
Yeah, they were in a big fight. Yeah, they were mad because she lets you up on her stages.
Who gives a fuck?
You're causing division with your hate.
Oh, well, good. I don't hate anybody, dude. I just talk the truth. You know what I'm saying?
To the timeline, this meeting is in response to the comments of a right-winger. Or I shouldn't say that, sorry, that was wrong. Of a woman who is not in support of this. That was very not well worded. And then that became a controversy, with a lot of people supporting her, it seems like. And then they had to have a meeting to define it. So again, you see what I mean? Right, or I should say, people who disagree with the topic, bringing it up. It's right-wingers, just manosphere, whatever the fuck you want.
Still don't get it. You still don't get it. This is a political gift that your Looney Tunes gave the right. It's an 80-20 issue, if that. It's probably 90-10. And your side is so free to just come to, just to admit the truth that it's political points for the other side. That's such a fucking stupid...
What side? I'm an idiot.
You're just throwing it away. You just say, well, who cares about this? Who cares if they want to play sports? Like, you won't come out and condemn it, which is really the issue. It's not the actual issue. It's not anymore that Leah Thomas was swimming with women. It's the fact that you guys are so fucking crazy and backwards that you won't actually speak reality. You won't even, you won't acknowledge.
You want to know what the real answer is? Leave it to the WNBA. Whatever the fuck they decide, I don't care. Leave it to, they'll decide, they can make a rule. Whatever the rule is tomorrow, good for them. I'm happy for them.
This is
you're doing it right now.
I couldn't fucking care less if they ban transgender people in women's soccer in the U.S.
John, hold on. Pause, John. Pause. Look, John's not an American, but he represents what the modern day left is all about. I was on this stage 2 weeks ago talking about how the DSA was going to take over the Democrat Party. And Democrat after Democrat came up on stage, Florida Man being one of them, and argued and shouted me down. There's not that many DSA. This is not a big deal. We shouldn't have to worry about it. It's just a right-wing conspiracy. And the mainstream media literally is running with El Said's election as if this is the turning point of will the extreme left wing, the socialists, the DSA candidates, will they have enough influence to take over the Democrat Party? So this is what the modern day left is. They're low IQ. They don't know what's actually going on around us. We bring up the topics and they're like, well, this is all, only y'all care about this. Jarl doesn't actually read the news. He doesn't really know what the debate is going on right now. This was the first time Jarl has even heard that the WNBA was commencing a high-end meeting of the commissioner. Ownership. This is the first time you've ever heard. But this is the first time you've ever heard of this story because you don't actually pay attention. That's ultimately what this comes down to, Joe. You are a low IQ observer of Clubhouse. You don't really follow politics. I'm just going to call it what it is.
Well, let me just say,
fucking basketball isn't politics. It's just not. It's like politics for children. It's for people who want to cosplay like they talk about politics.
Yeah, well, Gerald, you could be right. I might be spending too much time discussing the trans issue and trans women in basketball. So since you made that statement, I assume you've been keeping a log of when I'm on Clubhouse, when I'm not, what topics I'm talking about, when I'm If you could submit that to the room and give the evidence that that's all I'm talking about and that I'm here all day long, you know, I'm really concerned about it. You brought up a good point. So please submit your evidence that I am, in fact, obsessed with this and talking, because I really feel like it's an opportunity for me to grow emotionally and spiritually with this. So we'll wait for that report from you in the chat. Otherwise, it's just you trying to gaslight people, and you're full of crap. That's
Personally,
that's
at all. Don't take it personally if it doesn't apply to you, Alan. That's all.
What? What doesn't apply?
The fact that you took it personally says everything.
You used my name directly and said I was on Clubhouse all the time. I think that's called I think that's called a personal attack. Now you're going to try and squirm out of that? Come on, Charles. You can do better than that.
I don't think anyone cares. Nobody cares.
Well, again, we're going to need your evidence
Women's basketball
to show about that. Or we can just go to Google. I'll be.
Charles. Hello, you don't want to talk about Charles.
Hello, Joe.
It's Edward.
Wait, 1 second. Charles, just you probably say I don't care. It's a stupid question. But do you think that transgender women should be able to play in competitive sports?
Probably not. Depends on how long they've transitioned, but I would leave it up to whatever sport league. Like, it depends on the sport, depends on the league, but probably not in many cases.
It depends on how long they transitioned. Why would that be like a fact?
Because if the sick parents started giving their child hormone treatments at the age of 5 to a boy, then the argument is that that boy never had the testosterone entered into his system developmentally, so he never would have developed the advantages that boys naturally have over girls as they develop. That's why they bring up that argument.
So they do acknowledge that men have advantages over women and won't allow the women to be in their own sport without someone ever being considered a man. Like, the logic would be that if you have a natural fucking benefit over the other group, you shouldn't be in that other group, right? Like, again, adults have natural advantages over children. We don't mix them with children. Men have natural advantages over women. We don't mix them. And so, and in certain sports, weight classes matter because the bigger people are generally have a bigger advantage than smaller people, such as combat sports. Like, this has been established and understood for a while, but we're changing the whole realm of science and just reality for a niche group of people who cannot substantiate their own fucking position in reality. Like we're real. Like, look how far we're going, y'all, to do this stupid shit.
Yeah,
just because of an opinion.
And to give
an opinion, not something that's substantiated in fact, an opinion. Go ahead.
And the differences between men and women, I've seen 2 videos. It's a high school boys basketball team, and they beat the professional women's basketball team, and then the women play against a middle school, and they just barely. It was like there were a bunch of different tests, and the boys won all the other tests, but then in the final game, the boys lost like 18-21. It was a game of 21, but they just barely made it, and those are middle school kids. I mean, that's how quickly the boys advance physically over girls. And yet we're supposed to ignore that. And, oh, well, if we give, you know, a 5-year-old boy the same drug they gave Alan Turing in order to make him sterile, then, oh, okay. Then, yeah, it's actually a girl. No, he was born a boy. He will always be a boy. And if you start cutting off body parts, he will still be a boy.
Well, at least draw
any parent that gives their 5-year-old hormones, because of trying to change who they are, that's child abuse, and that child should be removed from their care. That's horrific. This idea like that at 5 years old they can make a choice as to how they want to live their life as an adult. It's just like, it's just wild that someone would come off their mic and say, well, it depends on how long they've been transitioning. That shit makes absolutely no sense. Like, it makes none whatsoever. They said it with a straight face.
And Anthony, if you ask any
when you be denying them
this, all the adults that advocate for this, you say, would you let a child get a tattoo? And every fucking adult's like, well, they're a little too young to make a decision about a tattoo that's going to be a age. Every single one of them, no, I wouldn't let them get a tattoo. It's like, well, why the fuck would you let them do some permanent shit to their bodies? Idiots. They don't even think when they say shit.
Yeah, well, they're full of shit because they don't mean what they say. A lot of this stuff is just them going against the status quo. That's all it is. It's just like adverse culture, like contrarian bullshit. You think that the normal standard or tradition is a problem, so you just have to do it. So any new thing, think about it. Any new thing that's came over like in the last decade, or like just a decade prior, it was against like open borders. Of course, that's fucking insane. Abortions in the third trimester, unfucking heard of. Who would consider that? Children being transgenderism in general, let alone children doing that. Fuck no. Like never. Who would do such a thing? But when you have these woke people teaching this stuff in college and being pushed through celebrity and popular culture, now people are like, you know what? Maybe we was thinking wrong. Maybe we should just start changing. And they should change any fucking thing. It's never a thought to say, hey, maybe I'm open to trying to reason this out, so let me kind of just walk into it slowly. It's like, no, fuck it. Like, oh, yeah, full throttle. Right into it. Hey, we would never take a vaccine from our government. We would never have them force that shit on us. So when Biden got in office, well, of course you have to. You must take the vaccine. I mean, the shit is night and day for these people, and it's unreal to me because it seems like it really feels like a simulation that's not real. The same people who are against one thing one day is for it the next day, and they don't see it. But we're the coach. We're the coaches that say, hey, we're pumping the brakes on all this shit because we're hesitant to change because we can kind of see it from a distance. We can kind of see that some things may not be right, but we could be wrong. Let's just walk into this. Same thing with the topic of the room, Noel situation. All of us are open to the idea that it could be racist, be malice, it could be a lot of things. We don't waiting for more information. The other people is like, no, we know what it is. It's definitely racism. That side gets it wrong all the time, and you guys don't give a fuck about getting it right because you get it right once. You need to get it right once to say, hey, my belief system is substantiated. No matter how wrong I am, it's that one time that matters to you guys, and that's what you rely on. Every time you get it wrong, you just move on to the next fucking thing. So this transgenderism shit is stupid as fuck. You don't care about that. You just care about getting your fucking way. That's all you guys care about. That's why we having this discussion, y'all.
You're free. I couldn't agree with you more. But here's the thing, right? And this is the part that just like gets glazed over. Let's say this particular group of young men, for the shits and giggles, let's go worst case scenario. They were rabid racist and they killed Nolan Wells because he was black. What the fuck does that have to do with society in general? Like, are black people like less safe, more safe around white people? It has nothing to do with nothing. It's like they have absolutely no point. They got Nolan Wells' mother standing on the podium now talking about, you have to, as a black parent, talk to your children. Like, this shit is so fucking racist and evil. It's evil.
Bro,
that part's the worst.
They go to, listen, they live in a predominantly white city, go to a predominantly white school, has a predominantly white church. But you're telling the world that you have to question it around, but you chose that environment. This shit is stranger than fiction. You chose that environment.
So many black people run to these environments when they get a bit of money. Why? It's so bad. It doesn't.
I saw that. The bar and the coach. The bar
down here. He's like, fuck you guys.
The coach too. The coach did the same thing. Yeah. Yes, the coach, the boys, all the black people up there said it. It's common sense. Because you had a mixed crowd there in the first place. So why the fuck they sing out this one black guy, Nolan Wells, to kill him, and then the other black people around didn't notice this shit? Like nobody around noticed that, hey, this black guy was being treated. And then why him out of all the other black people? I'm telling you, these people do not give a fuck about any facts. They don't care. No logic will defeat them. Okay? They're logically impaired. They don't think about none of this shit.
They're allergic.
Somehow this boy just...
They're allergic to logic, bro. They're just allergic to logic.
They are. That's allergic to impaired. Logically impaired,
was the worst. The barber was like, bro, there's no fucking racism down here. Everyone gets along. He's like, y'all need to chill with that shit. And Don Lemon, his fucking response to the guy was like, look, I'm not saying that nobody experiences it or whatever, but it should be talked about. What the fuck are you talking about? Should be talked about? Yeah, like,
right. No.
Fucking
listen, it should be talked about if it's happening. That's the problem. They need to and want to talk about it. So here's this. Racism for people like with that mentality is dogmatic, is a religion. It really is. I'm not saying this to be hyperbolic. I mean this literally. It is a religion.
No, it is
a
religion. You are so right. It's a religion.
Yeah, it's a faith system. Yes, you have to believe it. So whenever you tell me it might not be religious, it's like saying God might not exist to these people. Like, no, there's definitely some type of racism there. No, it's like, no, well, maybe, but I don't see any indication. Why do you think it's racism? Well, I mean, you gotta understand the history of, it's like, no, I get it, yeah, but by that logic, the history of America has been racist, so every mysterious death is racism? Is that what you're saying? You can't be that fucking dumb, right? So clearly, right, which is insane, so, because again, they're not thinking, so it's like, hey, listen, just reason this out. Okay, there's a different era with different people in a different environment. These people lived through Obama being that president, Kamala Harris, they got black, city council and all, and the sheriffs and shit like that. So it's a different world, different environment, different generation, okay? I'm saying history is what it is, but you have to take in consideration the current pieces in play. It's going to give you a different result. If the people involved are not saying it, it's probably best for you to not say it. So when there's no racism to be examined, it's probably not racism, but they won't give you that. It has to be you're the coon or the sellout or the racist or you sleep and all this other bullshit because you are depriving them of the matrix they created for themselves. You cannot deny that to them. You become the enemy. And just like the movie Matrix, every time you try to break them out of it, they become a new agent. Everyone transformed, right? They start attacking you literally because you have to die, you have to be hurt. You have to be counseled or doctor, some type of shit, because it's like that's what they're doing to Tatum right now, Brandon Tatum. You have to be destroyed because no way you're gonna shake them from their belief system, their religion. You're the enemy now. So this shit is sick. It really is, man. And as you guys know, once it's boiled over, it's gonna move to the next story. This will probably be our last thing. I give it 1 more month, and we'll probably be having a new story, like the girl who just got who found hung in Mississippi.
They're not talking about it anymore because what happened is the family has information, and that's why it's died down so dramatically. They understand what like that. If all the information comes to the light, I believe there's some kind of smoking gun in that toxicology report. That's my take on it. So they can't run, they can't hide. That they're terrified.
Water in his lungs.
It's really funny you guys believe in this bullshit.
If there's water in his lungs, he clearly drowned.
Shit is some
There's no
fake
water
ass
in his
story.
lungs, and he was killed.
You guys are playing on this racist bullshit of whether it's the motherfucker who got killed because of racism or not killed, but like shit is fake as fuck. You don't see this shit.
The Luciferian incident.
You killing me, man. What are you saying is fake? Hold on, no one else is not dead. Which one is fake?
Sacrifice.
You wasn't there. How the fuck would you know?
It's the Luciferian psyop, sacrifice, numerology.
No, I just said it was fake. That's some bullshit. That's all I said.
Like he didn't really die.
No, it's some bullshit.
Did he ever exist? Is he a real person?
Probably not. Probably not. I mean, you laughing. I mean, I make up stories all the time.
I think it was a series of unfortunate events. I think these guys got the, horsing around. They were already drunk. Don't know if, quote unquote, illegal substances were used. They were on Grandpa's boat. They panicked. They called Grandpa. No one had to hit his head because if it was as simple as he drowned, they would have been said that. They would have been said, it was in his lungs. They would have said a lot of things. So it's just, we just sit back and watch. I just think horseplay.
Beaver.
And a couple.
Yeah, no, the sheriff said they believe it, but people, that's what people got mad about it.
For you, Beaver.
Just really quick, y'all. Like, I'm just trying to understand this line of logic where it's some horseplay and he drowned accidentally. I don't understand that because number one, how are you gonna have like 7, 8 people on the boat and keep a secret? It's not going to happen. It's not gonna happen. There's no scenario where everybody's going to hold the line for some accidental death chick. Somebody's gonna say, well, here, this is really what happened. It would never, they could not keep the same story.
Well,
that's number one.
Like, that's exactly, if I say they story different so much.
I don't know, and that's not my forte. You know, I'm not a detective.
But that's one of the key things of
yeah, so you guys just call me.
Ms. Fifi, I understand what you're saying, but since you floated the theory, you chose the option, accidental death. No, I said because of the option you chose and the theory that you stated, I'm just trying the logic of the theory. That's all. I'm not trying to criticize you personally.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, Anthony.
That young man. I'm trying to come up with everything. I just don't. I don't want to see them. You know, like they left them. You know, that their friend. You know.
Okay, they didn't leave him. He's 18 years old. They tried to get him. They tried to get him to come. The boat was taking on water. This is extenuating circumstances.
They tried to get him to come or not, Anthony. You weren't there.
So here's what's up, right? I'm going according to what was testified, what was stated in the interview. And what I'm saying is, does this story have the ring of truth to me? Is it logical? Does it make conceptual sense to me? Do I smell bullshit? I'm going to tell you the only problem I had with the Brandon Tatum, and you guys can say that I'm just being, overly suspicious. It bothered me a little bit that his friend, I forgot the young man's name, after he called his mother, and she said she hadn't heard from him, he immediately called the Coast Guard. I would have thought more that he's somewhere sleeping it off. More so, it's 11 o'clock at night. I would have more so thought that he was sleeping it off than calling the Coast Guard. That would have been a call for his mother to make, not me. That's the only thing I didn't like about the story, but I don't even think that that's suspicious. You know, it could be a reasonable thing for someone to do. They got up the next morning, they went looking for him, very first thing. All of that's like 6 o'clock in the morning. I get that. I understand that. But, beyond that,
that's what you would do. You're good too. We don't know what them young men do because we don't know them people. We just know it was something.
But Miss Fifi, I want you to imagine this, right? Okay. I want you to imagine if those young men were your sons. Okay. And they would, I have a 20-year-old son, right? Imagine if people were trying to say that your son killed one of his closest friends. Imagine if
they were best friends.
Yeah, I want you to imagine how you would feel about that.
Yeah, those kids were crying their eyes out every night.
Exactly. This is let's just say for the sake of this discussion, it's not true. They had nothing to do with it. They're getting death threats, and they have nothing to do with it. With their best friend dying. Could you imagine how bad that would be? How you would feel? I would be worried about my kids' mental health.
Anthony, let me ask you a clarifying question. How would she feel if it was a bunch of black kids and the white kid died, and a bunch of white people were saying that the black kids killed him? How would she feel? How would she feel if it was a boat full of black kids and one white friend drowned?
Let me tell you
would be screaming that it was how dare they know instantaneously that story was wrong? How dare these young black strong men, the fucking people
we would instantly know that story was false.
Answer.
Yeah.
Please. I said you guys don't even know.
She won't answer.
What the fuck are you? What kind of stupid ass question? Miss Fifi, don't answer a fool according to his folly. Like, Rich is a remedial retard.
Your mouth, bro. Chill out.
Rich is a remedial retard who does not deserve an answer because he just wants fucking.
It's racist.
He's not
terrible.
She's not screaming at his
Calling for
racist.
the death of these young black men.
Sensationalizing what she said.
Because their white friend died. How dare these white people talk about these young black men? Strong young black men.
Listen, I have white in my blood.
We're not asking that, but we know how you would respond. If it was a boat full of black kids and their white friend drowned, and everybody was saying that the black kids killed him, you would be saying,
I would question if that was a white kid because
for 5 years on this app.
black people
I
drown.
spent every day in Chili's with
black people
I
that
know
can't
exactly
swim, right?
how you would respond.
So I had to automatically expect white kid to fucking swim.
I
So
spent over
if he
5
drowns,
years on
that's
this
his
app
fault,
with you
right?
every day. I know
That's
exactly.
Jonathan and Brennan, goofy ass motherfucker.
Talking about I don't know.
Just let her answer the question. I want to hear what she has to say.
Screaming racism, racist white people.
Yo, Con, just hold on for 1 second. I'm curious to know what she has to say.
Oh, she got she's part white. Yeah.
Bitch, you're an immature somebody. I'm talking to Anthony right now. Because this Uber driver leaves me the fuck alone.
Uber driver?
Okay. So, Anthony, listen, no matter how we spent it, it was just a terrible situation, no matter what. And if it was some white boys, I would feel, if it was a white boy and the table would turn, I would feel bad for him too. I don't like people just going around beating up on people. I wasn't raised like that. I'm not from that generation. Bunch of Looney Tunes, like that boy down there. He's a Looney Tune. He's a Looney Tune. I'm too mature for that, man. I'm in Gen X. I don't need stupid.
But would you immediately think the black kids killed the white kid? In Anthony's scenario, would you jump to the black kids killed the white kid?
No, I think
everyone just jumped to the white kids killed the black kid.
I exist with white and black people. Will you guys stop that white and black shit? I exist with white and black people. Stop acting like I'm scared of white people. I've never seen white people. Gotta blame white people. Please, stop that shit.
All right, cool. So, listen, man. I don't think that dog would hunt. I think, immediately everyone would feel like, that was impossible. Being in a part of the black community for as long as I've been, I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. The safest place in the world for white people is among a group of black people. Black people are not, they're not to do anything to a white person in their midst. They will not. Even in a white person can walk hood with a brand new PlayStation. Yo, black. Look, I promise you, this like white people. You know how like the star, when you're watching a movie or a TV show, the star has like that protection, that air around them. That's how a white person in the hood is. A white person has you want to talk about white privilege? White privilege really exists in the hood.
Somebody's going to help them out.
Depends on where you're talking about, because I didn't see and heard a good amount of white boys.
I'm exaggerating when I say this.
I call not it to test that theory. I'm not going to be the one to test that theory.
You're not going to just walk into the jungle down in California and you be white and you think that you're gonna somehow come out unscathed. You're not gonna go. You're not gonna walk down.
Even a black person. Let's say
you're not gonna. You're not gonna walk down Madison
3 miles long.
You're not gonna You're not gonna walk down Madison Pulaski in Chicago, and you're white, and you roll up on some.
You're absolutely making it in Chicago.
You're gonna get robbed. It doesn't matter who you are.
No, you're not.
Get robbed.
Absolutely,
you're gonna get fucking robbed.
You're good, bro.
And if you're wearing the fucking Star of David in the long hood, you're gonna get blasted. No matter if you're white or black. Hey, listen, you wear the Mariners hat. Listen, if you wear that Mariners hat up here in the wrong area, and we had to tell our teacher this one time, right? And he was old 63, real white dude, and he was a friend of mine. Don't get it twisted, right? He wasn't a friend of mine, but I told him, man, look, you can't just wear any old hat, any old place down over in a certain part because those GDs don't give a fuck if you're white or black. They're gonna blow your brains out if you do that shit. All right? So it depends, Anthony. Now, if you go in, if you're talking about down south where you got the scary Sambo niggers that are down there, shoot, the little coon, the little yes, boss ass niggas. Yeah, I got you. You're probably right. But in like the Midwest or up north or in New York or something, nah, it's not the same. No.
Yo, Char, we agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? And yo, all jokes aside, like, it can happen to anybody in certain hoods. It can happen to anybody, if I'm being honest. But I think that white person, and when I'm talking about white person, I'm not talking about I forgot what the comedian said. He said that, you know, a white woman with good teeth, you know, if she go missing, they gonna go looking for her. It's like, you know, like a clean cut white person in the hood, they ain't getting fucked with. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody like Mountain, I don't know what's going to happen. But like, you know, somebody like that, you know.
Right? It's like, oh, that's insurance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. No, they're like, yo, the amount of heat we are about to get here, if we fuck, it's not even worth it. Like they in a professional where he was like, send them all. That's what the fuck would be like. They feel like they gonna all come. So let's just leave this motherfucker alone. We don't know why they.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. If a blonde bride walk down in a certain area, gonna have some black babies coming out of it. You dig what I'm saying? That's just what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Because obviously, if she's going down in an area, she's looking for something brown, and she wants some brown kids. That's what all that means.
With each other.
But then again, Seattle's different. It's Anthony, so.
I'm in Baltimore County, but I grew up in Baltimore, so yeah. But we you know, it's not, what do you call it? It's not segregated like that in Baltimore. No, we all intertwined with each other, honey.
Yo, the last time I was in Maryland, I have never seen so many interracial kids in my life. I haven't seen so many interracial couples in my life.
No,
like
Anthony, if you want to see all the mixed race couples, white and black, go to West Texas.
Yep.
I know it sounds fucking weird.
Okay.
West Texas is just nothing but mixed race people. White and Hispanic, white and black, white and Asian, black and Asian. And nobody gives a shit out here. And it used to be a sundown town, but it's just, when I showed up here, I thought there's no fucking way I'm going to come to Lubbock, Texas, my wife Asian, and be part Jewish and shit, and then show up here and then just fucking mix couples everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck? I never.
That's crazy.
I thought you was black. You know, what your name is? I thought you were black.
Fifi, this is rich.
Yo, there's a phenomenon that I've been seeing lately, y'all, and I need anybody to explain this to me. This it. You guys are gonna laugh when I say this, but it's the truth. I've been seeing some, like, you know, model-esque, very handsome white men with some super ugly, below average black women. What's going on?
They're slumming, they give good pussy, and they cook and clean. I mean, they're figuring it out.
Oh, yeah, you would know because you're a pussy yourself.
No, my wife's smoking hot, but she fills all those categories.
No, you know.
See my wife, Red. My wife's
your wife.
Oh,
your wife runs you.
There's a
wife runs you. Too much pussy.
If you see the way I interacted with my wife,
you're too pussy to run pussy. Deadass.
I think there's a movement afoot to encourage black women to date.
Wait, why'd you guys kick Stenny down? Why'd you kick fucking Fifi down?
Steiny was sleeping, bro.
Yo, Timothy has entered the building. What's up, bro?
What's the deal, Anthony?
You're kind of quiet tonight, man. What's the word, my brother? So good to see you, man. Yo, you be holding it down, Timothy. Yo, Timothy, you ain't got no social issues, dog. I respect you, Jan. I respect you.
I appreciate that, brother. You know,
Nah, man, yo, you don't back down, man. You're a fighter, dog. You are a fucking fighter. I respect it.
Wait, did you guys all get a screenshot of my profile photo so I could change it real quick? Matt, did you get it?
What is saying to you, Anthony, man? I be seeing motherfuckers be coming for you on this app, man. You don't be backing down either, man.
Oh, Rich, you're bad. You're bad.
Bro.
All right, bro. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna change. You get a screenshot, Matt?
Yeah,
I
got that a long time ago. You're good.
Man, it's nice for the real President Trump house to be open, man. All that bullshit I've been seeing nowadays, man.
The daddy Trump.
It's nice to see the real Trump house open, man. Shout out to the OGs, man.
Exactly, Timothy. I appreciate you. Anthony, same. Appreciate you, man.
Same here, man. Same here. Definitely.
Edward, are you supposed to say 7 years ago?
Yeah, you're right. I got it. I'm still alive, though. Just remember
We
that.
hold these truths to be self